And it's now time for Leopard football this evening. LaGrange versus Madisonville being played in Madisonville. And standing by in Madisonville is Gary Dushek along with Dave Toffel.
All righty, Mike, thank you very much. Welcome, everybody, to Mustang Stadium as we open up the District 11 4A schedule tonight. The LaGrange Leopards at 3-2, taking on the Madisonville Mustangs. They are also 3-2. And we've had some very helpful folks here in Madisonville. We're trying to get one of the windows open here in the press. Oh, well, look at there. I mean, he knows the tricks of the trade there. Thank you very much. The Mustangs have, again, we just mentioned 3-2, but they've lost their 2 games. They've lost with a touchdown loss to Navasota, and they lost by 2 scores to Columbus. We know LaGrange played both of those teams, and it didn't go very well for the Leopards. But new season, we're starting over from scratch, and David Toffel is with me here tonight. As 5 games to go, and last year these two had a shootout in LaGrange. It wound up being 56-42, and Madisonville threw the ball a lot last year, and now they're more of a running team, David, with looking at their stats. They don't throw the ball near as much as they did last year.
Yeah, and when you kind of look at the size of this team tonight, you see a big group of guys up front, especially those interior linemen. I mean, this is a big, strong football team, so they're definitely going to play advantage to their size tonight, as you see several guys on their squad that could definitely go well inside the trenches. So LaGrange will have to have a good job tonight, not only getting off the block, but also making the tackles. I mean, this team probably is going to be on the same size as Navasota, so this is going to be, as far as your offensive line goes. So this is really going to be a big test for the Leopards tonight.
Well, Coach Cooper in our visit this week, 4 times he said we have to watch for the power counter play. And the counter play, and they have a way of and it's not a hurry up type offense. They said they want to control the clock and keep possession of the ball, but they've got 3 or 4 guys that they have to be real leery with who can really fly. And the Leopards, their biggest problem is, there's 2 against the Navasota, against a 1-score game in the third quarter, and it gets away from them. And that's what you can't let that happen in a district game now. If you're close, you got to stay close. The Range is wearing all white tonight. Purple numbers and letters outlined in yellow gold. In Madisonville, they are pretty much red, white, and blue. All blue uniforms with white numbers and white helmets, and with the big M in the middle. They've got good facilities here. This may be the tallest set of bleachers we've ever seen without an elevator, but the PA guy who's been around here for a while said when they built this press box just small enough to avoid the elevator because of all the hassles that go along with it. But they got a very good gym, and the baseball and softball fields are on the other side of the visitor seats here, and they were good before, but they redid all them, so everything is virtually new here now from an athletic standpoint. Everything is turf on the baseball, softball, and here at the football field. Madisonville was a playoff team last year. They were the third-place team. The Leopards were fourth. Check that they were second last year. Sealy finished third, but wound up going further in the playoffs than any of the other teams did last year. So our crew from officials is from the College Station chapter, and it looks like Madisonville has deferred, so LaGrange will have the option here in the first half, and they will take the ball. The running back from Madisonville that is very good is a gentleman by the name of Jaden Simpson. He is a senior. He's got 862 yards already through 5 games. And the scary stat, he averages 10 yards a carry. The quarterback is Tristan Waite. The quarterback is Garrett Kovar. He's a sophomore. They had a really good senior that threw the ball really well last year, so now they went to a running team, and he's only thrown the ball 35 times. So that tells you there, but they're more of a running team than they are a passing team. All right, we'll take a break, and we'll be back with the kickoff in about 2 minutes.
Hey, don't you work at National Bank and Trust?
I sure do. Just grabbing dinner like everyone else.
I always see you at the branch, and now in the cereal aisle.
We're your neighbors. That's what being local means. We've been here since 1888. Still independent, still your bank.
Well, thanks for being a part of our lives. You guys really are here for good.
And here for you. Thanks for trusting us.
National Bank and Trust. Local, trusted, since 1888. Member FDIC.
LaGrange Tire Incorporated will get you rolling on a new set of reliable tires. They carry great brands like Goodyear, Dunlop, and Kelly, guaranteed to get your family around safely. And not only is LaGrange Tire your one-stop for tires, it's also your one-stop for major auto repairs, brake jobs, and roadside service. Just call 968-3467. They'll take good care of you. LaGrange Tire Incorporated at 547 East Travis in LaGrange. They're proud to be a part of tonight's broadcast. The law office of Mary Gunn at 240 East Colorado is a huge supporter of the LaGrange Leopard football team, with a special shout-out to senior defensive lineman and tight end number 0, Oliver Gunn. The office is also happy to be a part of tonight's broadcast. And if you're in need of legal service, contact the law office of Mary Gunn, 979-968-6365. Again, that's 968-6365. The office located at 240 East Colorado. The mission of the LaGrange Family Health Center is to improve the health of those they serve with a commitment to excellence. Their goal is to offer quality care and programs that set community standards, exceed patients' expectations, and provide a caring, convenient, cost-effective, and accessible manner. Their focus is improving lives through health and wellness. In LaGrange, call 968-8493. In Giddings, 542-7400, and in Flatonia, 361-865-3302.
All right, the Leopards sending out the receiving team to get this game underway. And again, David, we know that Belleville and Sealy, or Sealy and Belleville, should be the top big guys in the district. When it comes down to it, these are the two here fighting it out. Not to discredit Giddings or Caldwell, but if it goes like it's supposed to go, these two here should be fighting it out for those other two spots. And if you want to finish third, again, you've got the two big guys. The higher you beat this bunch, that helps you in a tiebreaker situation toward the end of the year. But they have been difficult as far as offense. LaGrange has a hard time. Sometimes they'll score, but then they give up points really quickly after that, and that's been a problem.
Yeah, consistency is going to be key tonight for the Leopards. Again, you go on the road, your first district game. You have a lot to prove from the last game you played. They're going to hopefully get a rebound here tonight.
All right, here's the kickoff. It's come down about the 8-yard line. The Leopards bringing it back up the field. That's going to be getting it out over the 20-yard line, and a decent return there by Dewadney Thompson. And it's going to be first down for Leopard. We got two very loud bands here. You notice that?
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those battle of the band situations tonight. Again, both teams, again, looking for that opportunity to, show Belleville and show Sealy that they are contenders for the district. But, LaGrange gets their first test tonight, and they've got to hold on to the ball. They cannot turn it over, especially on this first drive. They don't have to necessarily put points on the board, but we got to move the chains.
All right, so, of course, the quarterback is Eli Gillum. He sends out three receivers out to the right side, and we got a lot of movement up front, and we get a flag on before the first snap of the game, and it looked like, hopefully, it was Madisonville jumped up. They're going to be a false start on the Leopards. Not the way you want to start here on the road.
False start against LaGrange under cost of 5 yards.
Got the PA system right above us, too. It sounds like.
It'll be perfect tonight.
All right, for first and 15 now for the Leps. They'll send Dylan Johnson in motion. Gillum back to throw. He's got time now. He's got room to run up to the 20. Gets hit as he crosses the 20 and gets it out near the 24-yard line. So he gets the 5 back and a couple of extras.
Yeah, Kyrus Ford, number 4, the senior defensive back with the tackle there.
Lips have it out at the 25, so they give him 8 yards. It's going to be second down and about 7, and here's a running play off the right side, and a good pickup for the Leopards, and that's going to be very close to the first down. That was Gillum on a quarterback keeper.
Yeah, Sterling Walla there with a big block upfield. Again, there was 3 defenders on 1 lineman, and so LaGrange was able to get the first down.
All right, 9 yards on that. Leopards go quickly. Handoff coming over the right side of the line. Not much there for Dylan Johnson. Maybe a couple of yards out near the 41-yard line or the 36-yard line.
Yeah, just move it. Just keep moving, getting positive yardage right now for the Leopards.
4-man front for Madisonville with 3 linebackers. Hand off to Johnson, and he's hitting the backfield, and he's going to get stuffed back at the 35-yard line as Dylan Covington came across and made the tackle, and it's going to be third down and long now for the Leops.
Yeah, good job there on the defensive side. Got off their assignment, their blocks, and was able to get in the backfield quick.
All right, 3 receivers on 3rd and 9. Gillum back to throw, and he's going to be sacked. Just never had a chance, and they drive him back. And the Leopards are going to have to kick it away here as Gillum knocked down, depending on where they call the forward progress from that. And one of the players that was in on the sack hurt himself for Madisonville. Forward progress was considered stopped at the 30-yard line, so it's a loss of 5. So after the first down, the Leopards have to kick it away. And there is no wind at all here tonight.
Yeah, there wasn't really any kind of special defensive stunts or crossings on the D-line. LaGrange offense just missed kind of their assignments there, and that sack went pretty hard in the backfield.
Jaden Dickey, sophomore defensive back and wide receivers shaking up. They have 1 man back to receive the punt. That's going to be Tristan Whaley, who is a pretty good wide receiver, and he can also run. He's got 304 yards receiving. All right, the punt unit comes out. The Leopards will send out Code Job. Again, they have 1 man back. It's 4th and 14. Good snap. Job has plenty of time and kind of hits one off the side of his foot, but and that's going to take a hit at the 45 of Madisonville and go out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So good field positions for Madisonville after that short punt.
Yeah, I think Job was just more or less thrown off his pattern. He really didn't have a rush. There was one guy that kind of broke off the offensive line, but he was picked up quick, and I think Job thought he was going to have to take off and run for it. But then when he realized he had plenty of time, he kind of did a stutter step before he kicked. So I think it was just a rhythm and a timing pattern there for that short punt.
All right, the quarterback, Garrett Kovar, sends 3 receivers. There's 1 running back. Jaden Simpson is the main man. Now they send Smith in motion to the far side, a low snap, and they fire a wide receiver screen out there, and the ball went off the receiver's hands. I think they're ruling it a live ball, and I think the Leopards have recovered.
Yeah, especially where the ball is. The ball right now is behind the quarterback. That's a live ball, and so
who's got it? And it looked like the recovery was made for the Leopards by Kason Conrad on that wide receiver screen that was ruled a lateral, and the Leopards have it at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, I don't see Madisonville really pressing this. I mean, Yeah,
So-
a few substitutions come in there for the Leopards. They pretty much kept their same personnel on the field, but
I just don't know if you can. Because they can quick kick out of this if they want to. It is 4th down and long at the 44 of Madisonville. And they're dropping. This is a short punt formation here, and there's the kick. It's going to be Gillum. It hits at the 8-yard line. The Leopards are down there to cover it. Get on it, but don't step in the end zone, guys. And they killed it at the 1-yard line. That's about as well done as you could do it for LaGrange there.
that was a good kick, good coverage. Again, recognizing where the end zone was there, and good defensive or good punt play there for LaGrange. They're going to be right smack dab about the 1-yard line.
I think Dylan Johnson is the one that
Got down there
downed it. So the Leopards don't do anything with the good field position after the turnover, but if nothing else, they did pin Madison back at their 1. They've only run the one play. That was that fumble on that lateral. Quarterback's in the end zone. A direct snap, and he tries to just plow forward to get a couple of yards and gets it out near the 3-yard line.
Yeah, good job there, Madisonville. Again, just trying to push up front and get some yards there. Looks like Norwood and Gunn on the tackle.
So they go quick at the 3-yard line, and they go around the right side. It's a power run, and it's going to be out near the 10. It's going to be a little short.
Kason Conrad there on the tackle. Big play here for the Leopards.
On a scrimmage, the Madisonville 10, 3rd down and 1.
There you go.
We got moving in the line, and this should cost the Mustangs some yardage here.
Yeah, the right guard, right tackle moved early. It looked like they were trying to pull, so it looks like they just took a step a little bit too early there. And that'll move them back 5 yards.
5 minutes into the ball game, it's no score. 3rd down, the Madisonville has the ball at their 5. And they run it off tackle to the right, breaking into the clear 1st down. Still on his feet and getting it out near the 20. Hard run there by Jaden Simpson. And they get out of the shadow of the goalpost out near the 19-yard line on that play.
Madisonville very confident there. They went back to the same formation. It was the exact same play. Guard tackle pulling there on the right side. And it was a big gain for the 1st down.
Picked up 14, and they have it now at their 19-yard line. They go stack receivers here to the left, one out to the right, shotgun. And they'll give it up the middle once again. And this play is stuffed by the Leopard defensive front. Good play there for LaGrange. Oliver Gunn was there along with Carter Finch. And not much running room there for Jaden Simpson. No gain.
Yeah, good job there by the defensive line. Again, doing a good job up front, making that play. Finch the lead tackle there.
And Madisonville has 2 receivers here to the left. That's the narrow side. Quarterback is Garrett Kovar, and they have a little end around to Tristan Whaley, the wide receiver, and that play is blown up by the Leopards back inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Gunn was the read man, and he got back in the backfield quick. They were going to key in off of him on whether or not that was going to be a handoff or a keeper, and when Gunn got through the backfield, he just made the play and pretty much stopped it right where it started.
That was a loss of 6. Now it's 3rd down, and they need about 16. They have to get it out to the 29, and the ball's at the Madisonville 13-yard line. Cade Campbell, who is the other quarterback, is a senior, is now in the shotgun formation. He may be the throwing quarterback. Now first up, Coach Russell Urbanky is going to take a timeout. 5:16 to go. Leopards have them pinned back inside the 15. There's no score. We'll take a 60-second break.
What makes any group, organization, or business the best? It's all about working together as a team. Team spirit, team mentality, and a team approach to getting the job done right. I'm Dr. Karen Roberts, and at Cornerstone Dental, our team of dental professionals works seamlessly to provide you with the most comprehensive and customized dental care you've ever had. Come see us at 279 East Colorado Street in LaGrange or call us at 979-968-9451. We look forward to putting our team to work for you. Speaking of a great team, all of us at Cornerstone Dental wish the best of luck to the LaGrange Leopards in tonight's football game. Let's do this, boys. Go Leps!
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Call Adam Check State Farm Insurance, 968-3600.
All right, welcome back. We just had a sack by the Leopards defensive front, Oliver Gunn. This sack quarterback, Cade Campbell. And Campbell will actually picked up a couple of yards on the play, but it's going to be 4th and long now for Madisonville. They're punting from their 15-yard line. They need 14 for the first down. So LaGrange will send 2 guys back deep. The punter is Connor Green. It's a good snap, and he kicks in short, wobbly spiral that hits at the 45 of Madisonville, but takes a good Mustang roll in the Leopard territory. And Cade Campbell were down it, or check that out. Greer were down it at the 47. So LaGrange gets good field position in the trade-off there.
Yeah, there wasn't really much LaGrange could do on that punt, even though we had 2 guys ready to take it. It just kind of punted awkwardly there for the Leopards. And, again, I still think they start off with pretty good field position, but for right now, again, 4:28 left to go here in the first quarter. LaGrange has moved the ball, but inconsistency has been the bug the last 2 tries.
All right, first down at their 42. Again, the 4-man front for Madisonville. They'll send Thompson in motion. Gillum is going to keep it coming right, and he gets it upfield and gets it out over the 45, still on his feet, taking a tackler with him, and gets about 7 yards out of the play.
Yeah, a little misdirection there, kind of throws off the defense for Madisonville, and Gillum did a great job of pulling the ball, keeping it.
Jonathan Cooper made the tackle for them, a defensive lineman. Ball at the Leopard 49. Gillum, quick pass into the flat. Boy, that was dangerous. Went off the hand of Dewodney Thompson with a defender coming right at him, and luckily the ball hit the ground before the defensive man could react to that.
Yeah, and it looked like it was a good snap to Gillum. He just couldn't get a good grip on it, so he was kind of adjusting his hands and pumping the ball before he threw it. So
all right,
complete.
3rd and 3. Like to get a first down here. One back there with Gillum to give it to Johnson. Going left, cuts it up. It looked like he had room there, and boy, that closed in a hurry, and he only got a yard out of that play. Some pretty quick defensive players from Madisonville that came up and made the tackle there. And that was Tristan Whaley came up. So the ball at midfield. The Leopards are going to go for it here on 4th and a yard or so. Gillum will keep, breaks the tackle, cuts it around the right side. He's got room. Here comes another flag, it figures, as he gets shoved out of bounds down near the 30. And, boy, after he gets around the corner, the flag came out. College Station officials. That'll cost him a first down.
Holding against LaGrange.
Lot of shots in the foot here early, even from Madisonville to a point too. Well, that changes everything. So the Leopards have to send out the kicking unit now after picking up the first down. They thought on 4th down, the holding penalty stops that. So Cole Job is in deep punt. He'll get the kick away around his 30. No rush. And this is a good one. Good spiral to the near side. That's a great kick. Hits at the 14-yard line and goes out of bounds right there. That was a really good kick for Cole Job.
About the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
About 45 yards on the punt. And the Mustangs will take over at their 14-yard line. Right now, I guess not really. It's kind of swapping possessions here so far.
Yeah, both teams haven't been able to get in rhythm yet to make some meaningful yards, and so again, both of them are kind of moving the ball on each other. But again, penalties or missed assignments are stopping their momentum.
All right, they go spread formation here now. Madisonville from their 14. 4 receivers, and they'll hand it off, and they'll give it to Simpson trying to get around the right side, but the Leopard defense has got that bottled up over there nicely. And he might have got a yard. There's a lot of white jerseys coming off the stack after that one.
Brings up second down and about 8.
Oliver Gunn has been pretty active here early so far.
He's made his presence known here in this first quarter with 3 tackles already in this last 4 plays.
All right, 2nd and 9. They've got Kovar back at quarterback, it looks like now. Quick pass into the flat. It's intercepted by Thompson at the 10, and he almost scores.
Did he?
Did they give it? They gave him the touchdown. It's a pick 6. As DeWadney Thompson stepped in front of that wide receiver screen and then drug a guy into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, LaGrange kind of saw the play developing the entire time. It was going to be a quick throw to the left. Madisonville's been doing that all night tonight. And Thompson had his timing right, and he was able to get the easy interception with the score.
All right, extra point attempt coming up for the Leopards here. Holder is Quaid Brothers. And it's a bad snap. Goes by one, and there's a race back there and it's picked up by Madisonville at the 30. They can take this back for 2 points. He's got a caravan of blockers down there with him, and that's going to be Connor Greer, and he's going to walk in for 2. Well, this when you get the momentum, Madisonville in a weird way takes it right back. We've had some snapping issues. So instead of having a chance to go up 7-0, it's 6-2. They haven't put the Leopard touchdown on the scoreboard yet, I've noticed.
Yeah, that was a tough break there. Again, it was a fast snap, and, I couldn't tell if it was high or not, but Brothers didn't really get a chance to grab much on it. And that ball was, how hard it went, it was at least 15 yards behind the snap, or behind the holder. So that ball came off quick, and there was nothing you could do. There was 3 guys from Madisonville leading the way, and it was poor Aaron Torres all by himself, and there wasn't much he could do. So the Leopards now are going to have to come back and bounce quick, because again, you get the 6 points on the pick 6, and then you give up the 2 on the extra point, but you still got to go back and kick it off.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a little bizarre. Yeah,
you kind of get punched 2 times.
Yeah, they scored it. We got to kick it off.
they got the points there, and so. But again, LaGrange gets on the board first. Defense making their presence tonight, and LaGrange will have to do a pretty good job here. I'd like to see them just go ahead and start bringing down the excitement. Just kick this ball through the end zone.
Yeah.
Let's not let it return. They got 3 guys, Gary, that are going to set up to return this.
Yeah, and Whaley's in the middle. He's the wide receiver. On the far side, they've got Malachi Kovar. The near side, it may be Simpson, the running back, but he hasn't turned around to see his number here. Jeffrey Cabrera will kick. Now, he can put it into the end zone if he wants to here. A little bit of a breeze behind him. And he pooches one to the far side. A fair catch called for at the 27-yard line, taken over there on the far side. And that was Eli Williams. So the Mustangs take over at their 29. So far, defensively for the Leopards, they have controlled this running game, which is a good sign here. And a pick 6 gets them on the scoreboard. All right, Jaden Simpson will take the snap, and he comes around the left side. And again, the Leopards knock him down for a loss back at the 27. I mean, the defensive front has done well here early.
Oliver Gunn in there on the tackle for the Leopards, along with Kason Conrad.
So Jaden Simpson, the running back, is taking the snaps back there out of the shotgun now. They put a power formation to the right, and he's going to take it to go around the right, and it gets hit in the backfield, broke that tackle. Now he gets down the sideline as he turns the corner, and they run him out of bounds near the first down.
Yeah, Graham Ewens was the first guy in the backfield. He kind of came through free, made a tackle at the feet, but just couldn't keep it there. And that would have been a loss of about 4 yards if they would have gotten that tackle. But flag does come in on the play.
It's at the 44-yard line is where the flag is, or the 34-yard line. So that, well, let's make our mind up where it was, fellas. Let's see. He got the first down yardage he needed out to the 39. Flag is going to be on Navasota, on Madisonville. It's holding. So it's
looks like they're going to say that the infraction happened at the 35, which is why they're moving it to the 25.
I'll say Madisonville penalized for 10. And the ball is now at the 20-yard line of Madisonville, and they need 15 here, or 14 for the first down, second down. And the snap goes to Simpson again over the left side, gets it outside the tackle and gets it up over the 30. Coming up, Van Hill, one of the tacklers for the Leopards. And he picked up 6 yards, and it's going to be third down, and now they need 8. Good-sized running back.
Yep.
1:24 to go in the first quarter. It's 6-2. Direct snap to Simpson, trying to go outside right, breaks a couple of arm tackles. He's running through it. He gets around the corner, 40-45, and he gets shoved out of bounds in Leopard territory at the 47 or 48. You cannot arm tackle that guy.
He was hit by 5 different Leopards until he got out of bounds.
And he's just running right through all of them.
And 2 of those times it was behind the line of scrimmage. So, again, LaGrange is going to have to wrap up and hold on for dear life. I mean, use the buddy system here when we're trying to make the tackle, but they're going to have to do a better job of at least holding on to him somehow, some way, and waiting until some others can help bring him down.
27 yards, first down for them now at the LaGrange 47. And again, they'll direct snap it to the running back. Simpson, a better job by the Leopards up inside actually, that was Tristan Whaley. And he'll pick up about 2.5, 3 yards just inside the Leopard 45.
Tristan Biles there on the tackle for LaGrange.
So they're going with everybody but quarterbacks taking the snaps now. Jaden Simpson looks like it's going to go straight to Whaley again, and he tries to cut it up inside his right tackle, and he'll get knocked down after a short gain. Oliver Gunn is in on another tackle for the Leopards there.
Yeah, third down here right now. LaGrange is going to, depending on how quick Madisonville runs this play, that they may take this one to the second quarter because play clock is at, or game clock's at 10 seconds and play clock's at 20. So I think they're going to let this one go. They're going to think about it to the second quarter.
All right, 1 quarter in the books. We got a defensive struggle so far. The Leopards, a defensive touchdown, and Madisonville runs the block extra point back for 2. It's 6-2 LaGrange going to the second quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Fayetteville Bank, we're more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors. With personalized service, competitive rates, and local expertise, we're here to help you reach your financial goals. Whether it's a home loan, business support, or everyday banking, we've got you covered. Fayetteville Bank, where relationships matter. Visit us today in Fayetteville, LaGrange, or Schulenburg and experience banking with a personal touch. Trust local, bank local. Fayetteville Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Readers Air Conditioning and Heating Incorporated in LaGrange is proud to be a part of tonight's broadcast. A Lennox home comfort system from Readers Air Conditioning and Heating gives you and your family around-the-clock comfort at a perfect temperature. Call 968-5277 to learn more. Readers Air Conditioning and Heating along with Lennox. Comfort is just a phone call away. Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Welcome back to Madisonville here on KBUK. David, kind of a weird start to this one. 6-2, but the offenses just haven't gotten going either way.
Yeah, and again, you can see that Madisonville does have some athletes, and they've got some great running backs in their backfield, and they've already started running different sets of the offense. They're running the Wildcat formation. They're tossing it out to the side. So again, we haven't seen the option yet. I do have a feeling that could possibly be coming in the second or third quarter, but LaGrange defense so far has done a pretty good job to hold them in check. But Madisonville right now is in a key third down.
All right, third down and about 6 for Madisonville at the Leopard 43. The Leopards with about a 6-man front. They'll snap it to Simpson, try to go right, and the Leopards right there at the line of scrimmage and getting down with Shupark and Gunn.
Yeah, this is I know Madisonville's bringing out the punt team right now. I'm still very skeptical of them right now because they're within shot. I think they could easily go ahead and go for it here, but LaGrange has one deep man, and they're kind of playing safe right now. They're playing prevent. They only have 3 guys on the line rushing.
The punter is Cade Campbell. He's also a quarterback. It's a high snap, no rush, and he does punt it. Wobbly kick. Fair catch called and taken by Dewadney Thompson near the 12 or 13-yard line, and the Leopards will have it deep in their end. But, again, they made a stop here, and they get the ball back.
Going to try to go through some area scores here in this drive. Right now with Shiner St. Paul 35, Conroe Covenant nothing. So a big lead there. It is Lexington right now on top of Thrall at the half, 28-7. Shiner on top of Charlotte right now, second quarter, 40-0.
Yeah, they're going to roll through that district.
It's going to be easy pickings for them this year. Second quarter, it's Sequero Gobblers 27, Rockport Fulton Pirates 21.
All right, first down for the Leopards at their 13. They'll hand it off to Dylan Johnson, tries to pick his way forward in between the tackles, and he only gets a couple of yards. Gets it outside the 15-yard line. And we'll give him 3. So second down for the Leopards, just outside their 16-yard line. And Gillum rolling out right, and he had a man on the sideline trying to get it to Cone Zabrani, but he overthrew him, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, there wasn't much Cone can do there. I mean, that one came in hot off of Gillum, and he was rolling out. He really was under pressure. He had a backside guy chasing after him, but just let it go a little bit too early there on the release, making it third down.
Boy, you need to get a couple of first downs. So you have to punt it from out of close to your end zone here. They're going 4 receivers here on third down and 7 at the 16. Gillum to throw. He's got some time. Now he wants to run. He's got some room. 20, 25, 30, and he takes a big hit, but he got a first down. Connor Greer leveled in, but it's well after the Leopards get a first down scramble by Eli Gillum.
They always say it looks worse than it really is, and that one right there, Gillum just more or less took like an awkward sliding tackle at the shoulders, and you heard a lot of gasp for air here from the crowd, but great job by Gillum.
16 yards, a quick pass out into the flat here to Mason Clyburn. He is leveled the moment he cuts the ball on that bubble screen. Cyrus, whether that was Clyburn on the reception and coming up for the tackle.
Yeah, not much Clyburn could do there. It was a 3-on-2 situation there, so as soon as he was able to get his hands on it, there was contact already made.
Line of scrimmage back 31. They lost a yard on the play. They go right to Dylan Johnson and just cannot get to the corner there. Too well defended.
Flag threw in from the line.
First guy that kind of blew that play up was Malachi Kovar, one of their linebackers. And LaGrange had some flags. Another holding penalty, it looks like.
Yeah, it's never good when you hold, and it's never good when you you have a holding call on a loss play. So
yeah,
it's kind of a double whammy there for the
hole. At least make it get some yards.
Let's get some yards here. So, LaGrange is going to get moved back 10 yards on that one, and we'll have to go back to the drawing board.
And they put the ball in this hash mark.
I figured they were going to do that because now you got third down.
Okay, so the line of scrimmage still the 31.
LaGrange isn't moving the ball very well in this drive. They chanced it and declined it.
Gillum rolling to throw. He better hurry. He's going to get hit, and he felt the guy coming from behind him. Now he's running forward. That breaks the tackle to the 30, 35-40, and gets it out close to first down yardage.
I mean, Gillum pretty much did everything there by himself. LaGrange probably should have been popped for another holding call, but refs didn't see that one, and we'll take it at this point.
Got the first down at the 42 of the Leopards. They go three receivers again. They'll give it off to Dylan Johnson, and this is not much trying to run off tackle there. A lot of quickness on this defense, and that was Dylan Covington, one of the defensive linemen. He's only a sophomore, made the tackle, and maybe a yard there for Johnson.
Yeah, generous yard spot there for that run.
So second and long at the Leopard 43. Gillum on the quarterback keeper going right, and he runs into trouble as he goes right around the corner. Connor Greer. The problem he had there is he had one blocker and two defensive guys out there.
Yeah, even though Gillum got, tackled all the way back to about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, forward progress gave him about a 2-yard gain.
So it's third down and 7 now. The Leopards just outside their 45 quick pass, and they almost intercepted that wide receiver screen as that ball was batted away.
Yeah, we need to throw away that play tonight. That one's not working. It's taking too long to develop for the Leopards, and they were on it. They read it just as well as Duwadney Thompson did on that interception earlier in the first quarter. So LaGrange got lucky with that one.
Cameron Simpson almost picked it off. So the Leopards will punt. Colt Job will kick it away. Back deep is Tristan Whaley. Low snap but no rush. And another good punt of Spiral. Taken at the 13, and Whaley fumbled it, and he went out of bounds. He muffed the punt, but it went out of bounds, and the Mustangs will get it back at the 11-yard line.
While the lines get reset, we'll go ahead and update a few more scores. So at halftime right now, it's no surprise, El Campo all over Beeville, 35-0. That's a halftime score there. Lavernia on top of Port Lavaca, 17-3. Brenham still continues to roll here this year, 35-0 over Waco, second quarter score there. The Burton Panthers on top of Somerville, 21-7. Hitchcock leading Hallettsville, second quarter, getting close to the half, 13-0. Lago Vista and Gonzales are tied at 7 apiece. Taylor on top of Austin Northeast, 28-0. And then right now it's Caldwell on top of Giddings, 18-7, second quarter. Ooh.
All right, here come the Mustangs back out now. And taking the snap and getting into trouble back there is Malachi Kobo.
I have no idea what he was doing.
Yeah, whatever it was, but
he was dancing, but dancing backwards, if that's a thing there. Usually when you're shuffling your feet side to side, you're trying to avoid the tackles. He was hopping back, hoping to get off of a tackle.
Lost 3 yards in third down. Yeah, they've had about 4 different guys have taken the snap out of the shotgun tonight for them.
Salado on top of Wimberley, 7-0 second quarter. Hey, it's Flatonia right now on top of Danbury, 15-12. That's the second quarter score.
All right, second down and 13 for the Mustangs, back inside their 10, about the 8-yard line. Low snap, it rolls into the end zone. It's picked up back there by Kovar. He's in trouble, and down he goes, and it's going to be a safety.
Who was it? It was Shupak, Chris Shupak.
Okay, so we've had a touchdown and 2 safeties tonight.
and a block kick.
Oh, man. That goes down to the loss of 8 and then a safety, and that was what Chris Shupak with the tackle, right?
Yeah, Shupak there with the sack there, safety, everything. So now LaGrange, it would only be fitting if LaGrange had to kick this one away, but now they actually get the ball back now.
It's not Halloween yet. But boy, this has been weird here tonight.
Staying with the scoreboards right now, it is Ganado on top of Weimer in the second quarter. No surprise there.
How much?
28-8. It's Liberty Hill all over Elgin in the second quarter, 24-0. In Sealy tonight, again, we'll be watching this one throughout the evening. Belleville and Sealy are tied at 7-7 their second quarter score there. Brazos on top of Rice, 41-0. Yoakum leading Hempstead, 45-7. And Kennedy all over Bloomington, 28-7 second quarter.
That was 28-8 for Ganado?
Yeah, 28-8, Ganado on top.
People, they're not as good as they were last year. I'm telling you.
No, they're good.
They're good.
They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
They may not have the explosiveness as they had last year, but I think they're just as good.
They still got them two all-state guys. The linemen are young, but boy, they're still good. All right, the Mustangs are going to kick it off. They have to get the free kick from the 20-yard line. They can punt it or kick it off the tee like a kickoff, and that's what they've opted to do. Anson Ward will kick. Lep should get good field position. You have Thompson back at the 30 on the far side, and the Leopards have another return man on the near side. And it's a pretty deep kick. Hits at the 20-yard line of LaGrange, and it's picked up back there by Trey Broussard down the sideline, 30, 35, 40, and he runs into trouble, and they sling him down out of bounds up at the 44-yard line. So a good return there for the Leopards. After Broussard, that ball kind of got by him, but he made up for it. LaGrange has good field position.
Yeah, it's never good when your return man has to turn his body to go back and get the ball, and that allowed Broussard to really create some separation from the guys that were coming downfield to make the tackle. And so he got a nice return, gets it near the 45-yard line, and LaGrange has good field position.
All right, the Leopards now up by 6. They bring the offense back out. You hear Lopez Ocon over the ball as the center. 2 backs in the backfield with 3 receivers. Gillum will take the snap, and he'll hand it off. Coming left and cutting it up. Good run for Dylan Johnson. He lost the ball. Get out of bounds. It does. Ball came flying out of there as he crossed the 50-yard line, and luckily it went out of bounds before Lorenzo Childress got on top of it.
Yeah, if you're going to fumble, make sure the ball goes out of bounds. And so Johnson still retains the ball. LaGrange gets it back, and the clock's still running. They're moving it. Second down.
That's 6 yards on that play. At the 49 now of the Mustangs. Gillum hands it off up the middle. Johnson bounces off one guy, keeps his feet, gets it inside the 45, and that's going to be a first down for the Leopards.
Again, good job there up front. There was hole there on that right side, and again, over the center towards the right. And big run for the Leopards. They're wasting no time.
Yeah, 44-yard line, quick pass into the flat. The ball caught by Duwadney Thompson, and they're just too quick out there. Defensive back Cyrus Ford just wraps up Duwadney Thompson as he catches it, and that's a loss back outside the 45.
Yeah, not much Thompson could do there. Again, as soon as he catches the ball, he's met with the defender there. That's going to be a 1-yard loss.
All right, second down and 12. Gillum to throw. He's got time. Now he rolls right. He's got room. 40, 35, and he gets out of bounds inside the 35-yard line of Madisonville. And that's look up. They're going to mark him out back at the 35. So he's a little short.
Yeah, and again, on that snap, too, that was low. And Gillum had to get down to the ground and kind of readjust it before he came up with the ball.
All right, 3rd and 1 up the middle. Johnson, and he's in trouble. Did not get back to the line of scrimmage. As the offensive line kind of got overran on that play. Big guy in on the tackle, Cortland Wheaton, and it's going to be 4th down back at the 36. So the Leopards have 4th and 2, and they're going to go here. Gillum on the direct snap, and he's short. Didn't get there. Tried to go right up the middle on that quarterback keeper, and they stuffed him after maybe a yard, and the Mustangs will take over.
Yeah, LaGrange will give it up on downs there as they elected to go for it there on 4th down. And not a bad play call, but just wasn't able to get much blocking up front. And That stops the clock just right before the 6-minute mark. And, again, pretty interesting set of events here in this first half.
I would have never guessed a quarter and a half into this game we'd have 1 touchdown and 2 safeties. Who would have? You can't make that up. All right, 35-yard line now. Madisonville takes over on their end of the field. They'll send out the big wide receiver, Christopher Smith, to the far side, and they have 2 receivers to the near side. Jaden Simpson, the running back, set here to the right of the quarterback. Man, Watley comes in motion, and they'll give it to Johnson, and he's hit in the backfield. He's trying to drag a couple of tacklers. He may have gotten a half a yard out of that. Oliver Gunn has made a bunch of tackles, and he was right there on that one again, along with a little help from Kason Conrad. They'll give him a yard. And the Leopards now defensively trying to stop a 2nd and 9 play. Madisonville will send 3 guys out left, 1 here to the right. Ball's right in the middle of the hash marks on 2nd and 9, and we get a stoppage and a whistle. And I think LaGrange is going to take a timeout. 5:24 to go in the half. It is 8-2 Leopards. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Ultimate Rehab is your locally owned physical therapy clinic passionate about providing exceptional care for all ages, serving Fayette and surrounding counties for the past 36 years. Their focus is to address your personal needs to improve your health and well-being. They don't just treat the symptoms, they treat the whole person to get you back to the life you love, providing physical therapy, fitness, wellness, maintenance therapy, and pain management. Specialized services, orthopedic, neurologic, geriatric, vestibular, cardiopulmonary, manual therapy, fall prevention, dry needling, and pain reduction. Ultimate Rehab. It's all about you. Your health is their priority. Owners Gil Henderson, PT, Elena Petzel, PT, DPT, and Mindy Markwart, PTA, are proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, wishing the LaGrange Leopards the best of luck in tonight's game.
All right, 2nd and 9 now for Madisonville at their 41 after the timeout. Quick wide receiver pass out here. This one, that ball is incomplete. It's short hop Cyrus Ford, and that was a forward pass. They tried that wide receiver screen again, and it's incomplete. Neither team has had a lot of luck with the bubble screens and the wide receiver screens tonight.
And they still both keep throwing.
Yeah.
That's kind of frustrating right now because it's not really working.
But again, doing this till we get it right.
Something's going to click on one of them, and when it does, it'll be a big one.
You're going to get a pump fake, and he's going to take off down the field. All right, 3rd and 9 for Madisonville. Low snap. They can't grab it back there. The ball is loose, and it's recovered by Oliver Gunn. Inside about the 25-yard line, that low snap to Cade Campbell, the quarterback, and then Oliver Gunn just basically just muscled him out of the way and recovered, and another turnover for the Leopards.
Good job there. Again, LaGrange defense, right place, right time. Snapping seems to be the problem here tonight for both teams. There's no weather elements. It's beautiful weather tonight. The flagpoles are barely moving, if at all.
Right, the Leopards have a big opportunity here now at the 25-yard line. You've got to get points here before the half because Madisonville does get the ball to start the second half. It's still got 5:15 to go here, but an opportunity here after the turnover. 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. They'll give it to Johnson going right behind Gunn. Cuts it up 20, 10, and he's going to walk in for the touchdown. 25 yards, points off the turnover.
Yeah, nice run play there. Now, what he did was his design play was supposed to kick out to the right side, but he saw that there was a huge hole in the middle of the field. He did a quick turn up and walked in for the easy score.
Oliver Gunn recovered the fumble and then basically opened up the hole for the touchdown. And here is the extra point attempt coming up for the Leopards. This is going to be Aaron Torres. Quaid Brothers the holder. Good snap that time and a line driver, but it's through and good. And the Leopards are up 15-2 with 5:05 to go. Quick points after a turnover, and the Leopard defense has done well tonight, and they're up by 13 with 5 minutes left in the half. We'll take a 60-second break and be back.
Brawley Dental Clinic offers comprehensive services from expert diagnostics to complete restorations. They will meet all of your dental needs, providing full dental care and excellent treatment options. Dr. Carrie Brawley and the entire staff are dedicated to making your smile beautiful and healthy again in their state-of-the-art facility. Brawley Dental Clinic at 110 North Washington Street. They're open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Call today, 968-5813.
Heard the news? Ants are hosting a block party under your sink, and roaches want in on the guest list. Time to kick those party crashers out. Call Double C Pest Control. They're LaGrange locals, here to keep your space pest-free and your snacks all to yourself. Call Double C at 979-310-4831 for a free inspection. Double C Pest Control, stopping pests before they RSVP. Visit their website at doublecpestcontrol.com to learn more.
All right, here's the pooch kick by the Leopards near side, and the fair catch is taken about the 34, 35-yard line by Kendrick Moffitt, and the Mustangs will go back on offense, trying to figure out where their offense is going tonight. But, man, this has been a stellar performance by the Leopard defense tonight so far.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the Leopards, again, showing the ability to stay focused. You know, you've given up some penalties. You've given up some, kind of bonehead plays, if you will, and you're still finding a way to stay in the game. And then, on top of that, you put some scores on the board. So, good job there by this offense to keep it going, and defense so far doing a pretty good job.
The offense has moved it just enough. Madisonville in this second quarter had the ball coming into the quarter. They punted on the second play. On the quarterback keeper coming around the right side is Cade Campbell after he faked it to the running back, and the Leopards knock him down after a couple of yards. Van Hill again on the tackle. So they get the ball back after the Leopards punt. They give up a safety on the second play of the possession. They stop LaGrange, and then they get the fumble on the third play again. So they haven't had the ball much here in this half. Hand off to Johnson. That may change. Oh, a big hole up the middle. Look out. He's gone. Jaden Simpson right up the middle, and you figured one of these days he was going to do that, and he went right up the gut, and that's going to be a big gain for a touchdown, and it's going to go for 64 yards, and they're right back in the ballgame.
Yeah, you knew at some point Madisonville was going to break it off, at least, big run play like that. And again, they've been really keying in on the run all night. And if LaGrange doesn't make good tackles, this is what happens.
At the extra point attempt, this is Anson Ward, a sophomore. So they didn't waste any time cutting into the deficit. The kick is up. And
flag
it
up there
is no good, but we have a marker down on the far side.
Usually that means it's going to be against defense, usually.
Madisonville has run a total of 7 plays here in the second quarter, in this 4 possessions. Offside on the Leopards here, so they get to try it again.
And the bad part was Ward missed the extra point. Now he gets a redo.
So the ball moves up maybe a yard, half a yard, yard and a half. Good snap that time. The kick is up, and that's a much better kick, and it is good. So with 4:24 to go in the half, Leopards 15, Madisonville 9. We'll be back with the kickoff in 60 seconds.
Don't be left out on a limb because of poor tree trimming or pruning. Contact the experts at CTL Tree Service in LaGrange. Call Jimmy Dwiggins at 979-732-7237 or Brandon Dwiggins at 979-966-9504. Tree trimming or pruning is crucial. CTL Tree Service knows which limbs should be removed to maximize the health and appearance of the tree. They use the lightweight Blue Lift tracked aerial lift, which allows easy access through gates and tight spaces without damaging lawns or property. Their services range from pest management to tree removal. CTL Tree Service is insured for liability resulting from injury to persons or property, and all employees are covered by workman's compensation. Proper tree trimming or pruning is not a do-it-yourself job. Call the pros, CTL Tree Service. Jimmy Dwiggins, 732-7237, or Brandon Dwiggins at 966-9504.
All right, the Leopards ready to receive the kickoff. That scoring drive from Madisonville went all of 2 plays, 66 yards, 64. That's the touchdown run by Jaden Simpson, and the point after makes it now a 6-point Leopard lead with 4:24 to go. It's 15-9 here in the second quarter. Here's Ward's kick. Line drive deep one, and that'll sail all the way into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback, and the Leopards will get it on the 25-yard line.
Ball goes into the end zone. Brings the ball out for the
Both of these teams were off last week, and maybe that has something to do with it, the way it's kind of gone. For some reason, I have a feeling the second half is going to be completely different than this.
Yeah, I don't think this is you're going to get 4 straight quarters, especially out of both of these teams. LaGrange has usually big plays, which they haven't really hit the big play yet, big 40-yard, 50-yard play. And Madisonville, again, just their offense has just been sputtering here in the first half.
All right, Leopards have it at their 25 after the touchback, and there's some movement up front by Madisonville as one of their defensive down linemen, Jonathan Cooper. And when they have a conversation, I just don't.
Yeah,
you just don't know what they're going to come up with here. Is it a false start, offside, or the official word is encroachment? 5 yards against the Mustangs.
We'll take it.
First down, field, and 5.
So the Leopards will get it out to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 5 now after the penalty. 3 receivers set for LaGrange, 2 to the right side, 2 backs, and put a man in motion. Take the man in motion and going right, Dylan Johnson trying to get outside. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage, but drags the defender for a couple of yards and got something out of it. And the Leopards will have 2nd down and short. Malachi Kobar, one of the tacklers out there. Line of scrimmage, the Leopard 32 is at the 4-minute mark left in the half. Johnson again, and that play never developed. He was hit in the backfield by 2 defensive linemen, including Dylan Covington, and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Big 3rd down play here for LaGrange.
And the Leopards are going quick. Get them to throw out into and that ball is batted down, and that could have been easily intercepted on the far side for a pick six. Greer knocked it down, and the Leopards 3 and out here after the touchdown, and that is not a good momentum swing for LaGrange right here.
Yeah, tough break there for the Leopards. Again, they were kind of outmanned there on the corners, and again, bad coverage, or good coverage if you're the Madisonville, but a wide receiver just couldn't get any separation.
All right, Cole Job will punt it away. Need a good kick here. Low snap, but okay. Low kick. Hits at the 28 of Madisonville and takes a really good Leopard roll again. He's kicking away from the return guy, and the ball down at the 16-yard line. We'll take that. And Madisonville gets the ball back, and this is going to be an important 3:26 of this game right here.
Yeah, and you've already seen tonight from Madisonville. They can definitely score quick, and for them, it was just a simple run play up the middle that gave them that last big touchdown. So, again, LaGrange is going to have to be able to make sure they stop the run. Madisonville has elected to throw a couple of times. LaGrange has had good coverage on the sides tonight. Again, they're going to be grounding and pounding. Madisonville also has 3 timeouts that they can use on this drive.
The worst thing I think has happened from a moment, if they go in tied or behind at halftime after playing a really good first half. That's going to make it really tough in the second half. All right, 1st and 10 from Madisonville. There's 16. Hand off to Simpson, and he breaks the tackle in the backfield and gets it out near first down yardage. Boy, in between the tackles, he is a tough guy. And we got a Leopard injured back at the 16-yard line. That play was good for a first down for Madisonville out to the 26 by Simpson, who's starting to kind of kick things in here all of a sudden. Got an official's timeout. Let's take a break, and we'll be back here in about 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Jody Wick with Cavender Chevrolet Buick GMC in Weimar. Did you know that we are not only a Mark of Excellence award-winning dealership in sales and service, but we also offer a complete collision auto paint and body shop? That's right. We work with all insurance companies, use only the best quality PPG paint, and our technicians have over 30 years of experience and are I-CAR certified. We work on both foreign and domestic cars and trucks, and we also specialize in aluminum repair. So come take advantage of all the great services we offer here at Cavender Collision Center in Weimar, making confidence happen right here at home.
All right, back to Mustang Stadium. We have a 15-9 lead for the Leopards here with 3:13 to go. We're in an injury timeout as they're attending to one of the Leopard players who was injured, and that was Oliver Gunn. Receiving some assistance to get off the field. First down running play there for Jaden Simpson was good for 10 yards out to the 26-yard line. And all right, first down now for Madisonville. Leopards with a 3-down lineman, a 5-2 look almost. Jet sweep coming right to Watley, and he breaks through 2 defenders, and he's gone down the sideline. 25-20. Leopards are giving chase, and they won't get him, and the jet sweep turns into a 74-yard run, and they've hit another big run here for a touchdown. And he ran right between 2 Leopards at the 35-yard line and just more or less whipped on him.
Yeah, that was a big run there. Again, we talked about that a while ago, right before the timeout. LaGrange has got to tackle, and they've got to be able to hold on there. It was a big hole on that jet sweep on the right side, and, man, quickness there on that run.
All of a sudden, the speed of the Mustangs is starting to kick in here late in the second quarter. Here's the extra point attempt by Ward. A bad snap. The ball is loose, still loose, and it's just a scramble for it, and the try is no good. Well, we've seen it all tonight with extra points, flag, and a flag. This is a late flag here, isn't it?
It's going to come in probably on the Leopards. They're moving them back. Man, that's the second time in a row, Gary, on the extra point. LaGrange has been flagged for the penalty, and the kicker has missed the extra point. Back-to-back drives.
Retry on the extra point.
Man.
All right, Anson Ward and the kicking unit get a reprieve here. Again, low snap. And the kick is up, and that one is going to be good.
Of course.
So now with 2:53, and this has changed in the last 2.5 minutes from being up by a score of 15 to, let's see, do the math here for me. 15-9, and now the Leopards are down 16-15. It was 15-2 with 5 minutes to go in the quarter, this quarter, and they have scored 2 touchdowns now in a matter of a minute and 30 seconds, and they have taken the lead here with some big plays, and they're up now by a point. And we'll just hang on to it here. That was a two-play drive that covered 84 yards.
And, you know, once he got past the line of scrimmage, or there was no doubt about it. So, tough break there for LaGrange.
The last two possessions, it's been quick. They've run 4 plays the last 2 times they've had the ball and got 2 touchdowns. All right, here's the kick. And a fair catch taken by the Leopards on that pooch kick on the far side. So LaGrange has got to figure out some way now to regroup here before the end of this half so it doesn't get away from them. The last thing you want to do is give Madisonville the ball back.
And again, Madisonville still does have 3 timeouts. So if LaGrange goes 3 and out, I mean, you're going to be giving Madisonville all the time in the world. Because they have looked phenomenal on their last 2 offensive plays.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to even critique anything there.
64 and 74 for a touchdown. Madisonville was penalized for 5 yards for offside on the kickoff. So LaGrange will get the ball. They'll start at their 36. They'll hand it off to Johnson, trying to get something off the right side, and just maybe 2-3 yards at the most. Runs into Jovantra Lee. 2 yards on the play. Second down and 7 or 8 for the Leopards. There goes Gillum on the quarterback keeper right. Gets it outside the 40 on the quick play, and he's going to be shy of the first down and gets it out near the 43-yard line.
Quarterback Gilliam on the keeper brings up 3rd down and about 2.
Line of scrimmage to 39. I'll check that. That's the 44-yard line for the line of scrimmage. Leopards need a first down here. Gillum to throw. Floats one down the middle for Dylan Johnson, and he's got it at the 40-yard line, and the flag comes in, and I would assume this is going to be interference. They hit Johnson coming out of the backfield.
Madison feels like it's going to go against LaGrange, maybe even against Johnson.
They pushing off. Push off there. Yeah, that wouldn't be that would be a momentum killer right here if that's the case.
That's what they're hoping for.
No, looks like it's going to be on Madisonville. The completion down to the 37-yard line. So first down for the Leopards. A big recovery there. There goes Gillum around the right side. Gets it inside the 35. That'll be good for about 4 yards. They'll mark him at the 32.
Ran into his own guy there and ran into one of his offensive linemen before anybody else made a hold of him. But looks like 2-minute timeout.
All right, yep, 2-minute timeout. 16-15 Madisonville. The Leopards are on the move, though, at the 33. Let's make this a 30-second break, and we'll be back.
R&B Truck and Auto at the intersection of FM 609 and Business 71 West in LaGrange is known for its work on big trucks, RVs, and even buses. But they're also experts when it comes to repairing domestic or foreign cars and pickup trucks. R&B has a well-equipped shop with ASE certified technicians. They strive to provide the highest quality repair work. R&B Truck and Auto, their number one goal is to satisfy their customers. Fix it right the first time. So when you need work on your car or pickup, call R&B Truck and Auto at 968-5190. Open Monday through Friday.
All right, welcome back to Mustang Stadium. A tight first half. We have seen some interesting things. We've seen a missed botched extra point by LaGrange turned into a 2-point return by Madisonville. We've seen LaGrange score on a pick 6 from 10 yards out. We've had a safety tonight. And then Madisonville with 2 big touchdown runs here later in this quarter.
Rook Moffitt, Lily Schumann, and Kinley Hickman.
I wonder how long it's been the two teams in the first half. Each scored 2 points without it being an extra point try. But one of them was a missed extra point. All right, the Leopards have 2nd down and 7 at the 33 of Madisonville. Boy, a score before the half would be great. Gillum to throw. He's got time. Now he's under pressure, giving ground, throws it away out up near the 27-yard line, and I hope he's out of the tackle box.
There you go. They're going to say incomplete pass. So,
all right, incomplete. And the Leopards now have 3rd down. Remember, Madisonville does have all of their timeouts. LaGrange has 2. They go quick 3rd down. Gillum rolling right. We'll throw one, and that ball is going to be caught at the 22-yard line, it looks like. No, they ruled it incomplete. That's a very late call by that official. The ball was short hop, tried to get it to Thompson, and now it's 4th down.
Dang.
And the Leopards are lined up to go for it here. 4th down and 6 or so. Gillum rolling out right, still looking. Close one down the sideline, and it's going to be knocked away at the last minute. The ball just didn't have enough air underneath it. Tried to get it to Dylan Johnson, but it was underthrown and knocked away by Tristan Watley, and the Leopards turn it over on down at the 33 of Madisonville.
Yeah, tough break there for the Leopards. They're looking to go for the home run throw downfield, and they will come up short here, and Madisonville gets it back with 1:34, and they also have 3 timeouts.
They'll get it at their 33. That started pretty well and it just kind of fizzled. 3 incomplete passes in a row there for the Leopards. All right, 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. They go 3 receivers, stacked formation here on the near side. They give it to Simpson off the right side, and he'll get it out over the 35, running behind Jose Corvara. And he'll pick up maybe two yards. So 2nd down, 8. Leopards changing guys out defensively here. 3-man down front, 2nd down, clock running, under a minute to go. Draw to Simpson up the middle. He tried to run over Chris Shupak.
Yep.
Shupak got him on the ground, though, after not a real long gain out to the 38.
Yeah, Shupak was kind of low to the ground to make the tackle. Now, Madisonville's they've got all the time in the world here. They could either go for it or they can let the clock run out. It's kind of in their control right now.
They haven't even thought about those 3 timeouts. It's almost like they're content to go in with a 1-point lead. But they get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Better look out. They may wear back and throw one here with 19 seconds. Watley's going to take the snap to receiver. And just runs it over here to the right side. And he almost broke out of there. Then the ball was stripped from him by DeWadney Thompson, but it rolled out of bounds.
Man, LaGrange could have had an easy one right there. Ball came loose. We had a couple of guys in vicinity, but Madisonville does get the 1st down, and now all they got to do is either run this last play, and that should be the last one for the quarter.
Yeah. Clock is running with 4 seconds, and they're not going to get a playoff here. Well, apparently they did. They give it to Simpson, and he's just up the middle. And I'm a little surprised that Madisonville didn't try to do something with this here.
Yep.
And they took all 3 timeouts into the dressing room with them, but the Leopards will take that. So we're at halftime. It's been a strange game, to say the least. Madisonville leads 16-15, and at one point the Leopards led 15-2. With 2 quick touchdowns here in the latter part of the 2nd quarter on some long runs gave them the 1-point lead, and they will get the ball to start the 2nd half. It's Madisonville 16, LaGrange 15 on the opening night of district play. Mike, we'll give it back to you for a while, and we'll be back here to Mustang Stadium here in a few minutes.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Cooler temps, school's back, and Friday night lights are glowing. Whether you're cheering at the football field or courtside at volleyball, NBT's digital tools make banking simple wherever the season takes you. Bank smarter with mobile deposits, card controls, and alerts that work as hard as your team does.
Local since 1888, trusted for generations.
Your hometown bank, right here, right now. National Bank and Trust. Let's make this season your smartest yet. Member FDIC.
LaGrange Tire Incorporated will get you rolling on a new set of reliable tires. They carry great brands like Goodyear, Dunlop, and Kelly, guaranteed to get your family around safely. And not only is LaGrange Tire your one-stop for tires, it's also your one-stop for major auto repairs, brake jobs, and roadside service. Just call 968-3467. They'll take good care of you. LaGrange Tire Incorporated at 547 East Travis in LaGrange. They're proud to be a part of tonight's broadcast.
All right, welcome back to Mustang Stadium here in Madisonville. But we all kind of agree it's been a bizarre first half. It's 16-15. Even the PA and said this has been kind of strange. Two safety, a botched extra point that turned into 2 points for the other team, and we've had just a lot of strange things happening here tonight, David. And I don't know if it's the first week of district. Madisonville does have quarterback issues. They don't have anybody that can really throw the ball. They have nobody that's experienced, and that's been a problem for them. But their best option maybe is put number 5 back there, let him take the snap and let him run with it, or the wide receiver, because that seems to be their best offense tonight.
Yeah, especially after LaGrange kind of built themselves a little bit of a lead. Madisonville was quick to return back with back-to-back touchdowns and drives. And again, we're not talking about they ran out the clock to get those scores. Each one of those scores was over 55 yards. So again, LaGrange, for all intents and purposes, has been dominating the game to a degree, all the way until about the last 3 minutes of the second half. And so missed tackles and missed opportunities for Leopards to even move the ball earlier and to take the lead. They've also had a little bit of bad luck on special teams where they had 2 extra points that were missed at the start of the first kick, but because they were offsides, the kicker comes back and nails them both. So, it's just kind of I'll use the word sloppy for both teams in the first half, but LaGrange is still very much in it going into the second half. They will have to kick off, but they are still within this game.
Well, the other, and the Leopards scored first a defensive touchdown. Rodney Thompson intercepted a pass at the 10-yard line and basically dragged the wide receiver into the end zone with him. The Leopards had a bad snap on the extra point, and the loose ball got picked up by Madisonville, and they ran it back for 2. So it started early. That's kind of the way it went early, and that came with 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in the first quarter. There was nothing happening either way offensively for most of that quarter. So it's a 6-2 ball game after the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, a couple of possession changes, and then LaGrange traps another one of their quarterbacks. They came in with another guy to take the snap, and Chris Schupak tackled him in the end zone for a safety. So it's 8-2 LaGrange with 7:45 left in the half. And then a couple of possession changes. Madisonville turned the ball over. LaGrange took over at the 25-yard line, and then they got a 25-yard run on first down by Dylan Johnson with 5:05 to go in the first half, and the Leopards were sitting pretty good right there. It was 15-2, but then the things changed. Madisonville stopped LaGrange, and then Madisonville started giving the ball to their speed guys. Madisonville had scored a touchdown after the Leopards did on a 65-yard run by their running back, who's really good. His name is Jaden Simpson. They stopped the Leopards, and then they put one of the wide receivers took a direct snap, Watley, and he went 74 yards. And the next thing you knew, the Leopards were down 16-15, and that all happened in a matter of about 2 minutes later in the second quarter. So the two big plays right now is the difference in this game. And Madisonville gets the ball to start the third quarter. And they had the ball at the end of the second quarter, and more or less just opted to kind of run the clock out, even though they had 3 timeouts. So it's 16-15 here at halftime. That's the Madisonville band in the background. Here on the first night of district play here in District 11 4A Division II. Giddings, last we heard, Caldwell was leading Giddings, and it was a very low-scoring game between Sealy and Belleville. Between those two over in Sealy. So, but if you can get a road win here tonight, that would be big for the Leopards. And they're going to have to just figure out a way to get a little bit more consistency on offense and move the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, right now at the half, when's the last time we've seen this? It's Caldwell 38, Giddings 7.
Woo.
And so Caldwell really putting on the pressure tonight. Giddings, again, a long time coming for that team to turn the corner. So be ready there for LaGrange. And in Sealy, it's still tied 7-7 for Belleville and Sealy. So that one's going to be a close halftime score. Belleville's been keeping them pretty close in the first half. This season, they usually turn it on in the second half. So no surprise there for them. Yoakum beat Hempstead tonight, 48-13.
It's over already?
So, yep, they say that one's over, 48-13. They must have got started at 7 o'clock tonight. So, Yoakum, a big win tonight over Hempstead, 48-13. Sealy, again, and Belleville tied at 7 apiece. Kennedy on top of Bloomington, 35-7. That's a third quarter score there. Elgin trailing big to Liberty Hill, 44-0. Ganado running away from Weimar in the third quarter, 42-8. Rockdale trailing Little River Academy, 38-7. Flatonia pulling it out on Danbury. We talked about that one a couple weeks ago, that was going to be a big game for Flatonia coming back from that big loss against Ganado. They had the off week, and then now they're back. Flatonia 22, Flatonia 22, Danbury 12. Salado on top of Wimberley, 14-3, third quarter score there. Taylor all over Austin Northeast, 49-0. Lago Vista and Gonzales tied at 7 apiece, halftime score there. Hitchcock all over Hallettsville, 34-0. They're in the fourth quarter, so Hitchcock looks like they'll win that one pretty easily.
Tough year for Hallettsville so far.
Burton on top of Somerville at the half, 28-10. Brenham just running away from Waco, 45-0, fourth quarter there. Lavernia on top of Fort Lavaca Calhoun, 38-3. El Campo on top of El Campo final over Beeville tonight. Riceburgs win 45-7. So again, El Campo 45, Beeville 7.
I got too many scores here on my sheet. This is there somewhere. 45-7.
45-7. Shiner running away with Charlotte tonight, 54-0. Cuero and Rockport, a high-scoring game there. Third quarter, Cuero 49, Rockport, Fulton 35. So again, high-scoring game there. Lexington on top of Thrall, fourth quarter, 34-17. Stockdale over Dilly, 35-14. Shiner St. Paul, 56. Conroe Covenant, 21. And Navasota leading Needville, 35-24. Needville pretty good this season, but Navasota, my goodness, they're a good team, y'all. Yeah, I think they're a late bloomer this year.
Yeah, they can strike in a hurry. They're two very good bands tonight here at halftime with LaGrange and Madisonville, and both teams now coming back onto the field. And again, I'm sure there's concern on the LaGrange side. Oliver Gunn went out with an injury in the second quarter, and we're not going to speculate as to how bad, why, and the whatevers, but I would be surprised if we see him anymore tonight, though. Again, Madisonville will get the ball. They won the flip and deferred to the second half, so they'll have an opportunity to have it, and they have a 1-point lead here. Now, this is a place that is just kind of out here as far as the district. They are out here as far as the district is concerned, and there's a couple of ways to get here, but neither one of them are very close. It's a solid 2+ hour drive from LaGrange, regardless if you go to Bryan College Station or Navasota. And of course, coming from Bryan was what?
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah. And again, for some of these folks tonight here in LaGrange in the crowd, they came last night. So yeah, some of them came last night and turned around and came back today.
There was a couple of parents. I get to go 2 nights in a row because I have a junior high player and a varsity player. All right, the Leopards are going to go from right to left here in this third quarter. The wind is just a little bit of a breeze, and they'll be going into the wind, but the breeze is really not a factor tonight. We'll have the Aggies tomorrow evening. That is a 5 o'clock pregame show and a 6 o'clock kickoff. And they're playing the Florida Gators tomorrow. All right, the Leopards have it teed up, and we're about ready to go here for the third quarter. Here's the kick. Little pooch kick by Cabrera is going to be taken at the 25 along the sideline, and making the play on the ball was Kedder Moffitt, and he got it up the sideline 4 or 5 yards. The Leopards run him out of bounds. Chris Shupak was one of the guys there on the kick return team, and Madisonville will take over to start this third quarter. The 32, and I would think, David, too, this is the Leopards would really need to get a stop here to start this third quarter. They're down by 1, and Madisonville had those 2 late touchdowns in the second quarter, so the momentum should be in their favor after all that.
Yeah, LaGrange, again, not having Oliver Gunn in the second half, they're really going to have to rely on their defense up front. Eric Gantz there, the sophomore, making the start now in the second half.
All right. 4 receiver set. They send in Ford in motion. He's going to left on the jet sweep and gets around the corner. He got around Thompson and gets it up the sideline to near midfield on that jet sweep. And on a first down play, they go for 18 yards and a first down.
Yeah, big gain there. Left side jet sweep, gets around Thompson and gets the first down and then more. And again, right out of the gate, Madisonville wasted no time spreading the ball across the field.
Cade Campbell is at the quarterback spot here to start this quarter. First down at midfield for Madisonville. Running back, Jaden Simpson to the left, and they keep looking at the sideline. They keep changing the formation. There goes Ford in motion again. They'll give it to Simpson off a left tackle, breaks tackles, and he gets it for about a 4-yard gain. Tried to reverse his field a little bit, but the Leopards stayed with him and got him down after a 4-yard gain. Caleb Norwood coming up to finish up the tackle. And it'll be second down and about 6.
Yeah, again, LaGrange is going to have to bring a few folks in on that line. They're running right up the middle, finding big holes there in between the tackles.
All right, second down, 6. Ball in the middle of the big M logo at the 46 of LaGrange. Man in motion, and that is Watley coming right on the jet sweep, gets it outside. It could have been a hold here on the receiver, and he's going down the sideline, and he's going to score. And when a guy wraps his arms around the defensive back and then raises them up like I didn't do anything, and there was no flag, and that was the clearing block down the sideline for a 46-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, big run there from Madisonville. Again, pretty much it goes in untouched. And they wasted no time to score here in the third quarter.
That's his second big run tonight. He went 84 a while ago, and now he went 46. We played 1 minute and 2 seconds here in the third quarter. Extra point, Anson Ward. And the kick is up, and it is good. 10:58 to go in the third. It's an 8-point game now. Madisonville's 23 and the Leopards 15. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
The law office of Mary Gunn at 240 East Colorado is a huge supporter of the LaGrange Leopard football team, with a special shout-out to senior defensive lineman and tight end number 0, Oliver Gunn. The office is also happy to be a part of tonight's broadcast. And if you're in need of legal service, contact the law office of Mary Gunn, 979-968-6365. Again, that's 968-6365. The office located at 240 East Colorado. The LaGrange Family Health Center is happy to announce that their new physician, Dr. Nathan Anderson, is now on board, and he is seeing patients in both the LaGrange and the Giddings Clinic. The LaGrange Clinic is located at 1253 North Von Minden Street and over in Giddings at 598 Cactus Street. To make an appointment, you can call 979-968-8493. Again, Dr. Nathan Anderson is now on board and is seeing patients at the LaGrange Family Health Center, their location in LaGrange and Giddings.
Here's the Ward's kick, end over end. Taken near the 1-yard line by Dewatney Thompson. Dumps the sideline, 20-25. Oh, here comes the flag, 2 flags, and he gets it all the way out to the 48-yard line, but it's going to come back as the Leopards are going to probably be called for a block in the back inside the 20, and there's a lot of room to run there for a minute for him. Well, the penalties have really hurt the Leopards tonight.
Yeah, especially on momentum plays. That one right there, again, they had the hole without the block in the back or the holding call there. So
this will cost them the big return. They had it out near midfield. It's going to be a hold. And they'll step off the penalty from where the foul occurs. So the Leopards are going to have the ball at the 15-yard line.
It'll be from their own 15-yard line, first and
10. Yeah, and LaGrange moving back now. They're going the opposite direction. So starting off this drive, they're going to already go 4 wide. 1 running back in the backfield.
That cost them 30 yards on that return. All right, jet sweep around the right side. Trey Broussard runs into Tristan Watley, and he'll take Watley for a bit of a ride. Came up with a decent gain out to about the 21 or 22-yard line as the 2 number 1s went 1-on-1. That's a gain of 6.
Yeah, nice play there. Again, just kind of spreading the field on the first drive.
Leopards go quick, handoff up the middle, just outside on the left guard side, out over the 25, and that's a first down for the Leopards, and that's going to be Dylan Johnson on the carry.
Yeah, there you go, back-to-back 2 plays, 10 yards.
Jonathan Cooper, defensive lineman, made to stop the ball out at the 27. Another quick play to Johnson off the right side, gets it out over the 30. They're close to the 30 anyway. And another 3 yards there for Dylan Johnson. The Leopards again.
Man, they gave him a generous spot. That was almost a 5-yard gain. Almost 4.
All right, second down, shotgun with 1 back. They need about 6. Up the middle, and not much there. The handoff went to Clayton Mahalka. First carry of the night that I remember, and maybe a yard for Clayton. Now the Leopards have third down and about 6 or 5. Give him the throw, and that he was hit, and it was almost picked off on the sideline by Kyrus Ford, and that would have been a pick 6, but pass rush got to him that time, and the Leopards pick up a first down, and now they have to punt.
Yeah, kind of a little confused on the play calling there. LaGrange just, was chopping them up at the line with runs, and then the quick throw or the bubble screen to the sides of the field tonight have not worked. And so that was another close call where it could have been an interception.
All right, cold job. Will punt. He'll get it away near his 20. A high snap. He got it down, and he gets it away. A wobbly kick. Hits at the 35. Taken on the roll inside the 30-yard line by Jaden Simpson, and the Leopards are on him in a hurry. Nice open field tackle by Bruce Sard. And they get him down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, that one was a wobbler there. It kind of came off. It was a good punt. Then it took like a bounce and then a roll right into the return man's hands, and he kind of gambled with it with the return. Bruce Sard was right there, wrapped him up as soon as he made contact. And, fair field position for Madisonville, but defense for LaGrange got to step up.
Yeah, we got to have a stop here. You're down by 8. Still got 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kay Campbell will line up in the shotgun or the pistol formation, tight formation off to the left. He'll give it to Simpson going left and breaks the tackle, and there he goes again. 40. Here's a flag. It'll come back. Down the sideline he goes, and they drag him down inside the 5-yard line. I'll give credit for one thing. I mean, excellent hustle by DeWadney Thompson chasing him, got him down, but there's a marker back near midfield, and they finally got Madisonville on something that brings back a big play.
But looking at where the flag was, he already got the first down. So they may start the penalties at the 49 or 50-yard line. Yeah. First down marker was the 38, but he already made the first down.
And the main thing is it gets it away from inside the 5. He's a pretty good back. He had 860 yards coming into this game. I think everybody's going a little bit too far back. I mean, yeah, they stepped off the penalty from the Leopard 49-yard line, so it happens up the field. And Madisonville will get the ball at the 41. So basically it turns out to be a 13-yard run after all the penalties, after the flag. But it's the first down because he had first down yardage already made. But the ball now at the Madisonville 41. Campbell fired. That's a lateral out here in the flat, and the running back that he overshot knew it, and he went back and got it. That was Carmelo Gilbert. Actually, a receiver. That's the second time that they've tried that wide receiver screen stuff, and it's been thrown backwards. And that's a big loss.
And it's not even close, Gary. Like, the ball's nowhere close to the wide receiver. So I don't know why they're going to that play, but, hey, that's going to help LaGrange right there.
That's a 12-yard loss back to the 29-yard line. So it's second down and about 22. They have to get it to the 49 of LaGrange. They're at their 29. They can go back to that jet sweep to number 1 Watley here in a minute, probably. I'll give it to the running back. Yep. Up the jet sweep coming back around is going to be Kyrus Ford. He was lined up in the wing on a little end around, but he only got a couple of yards. The Leopards were ready for that one.
I think Chris Shupak there was the first one to make some contact.
Good play by him. Good for only a yard. And Ford comes up a little gimpy, walking off the field. So third down now for Madisonville, and they still need 21. Clock running at 7:20 left here in the third quarter. The Mustangs are up by 8 points. You got 3 receivers here to the right and some confusion. And Madisonville's going to take a timeout here as the play clock was starting to run down on them. Third down and long coming up. This is a timeout. Leopards are down 8. We'll take a 30-second break and be back.
What makes any group, organization, or business the best? It's all about working together as a team. Team spirit, team mentality, and a team approach to getting the job done right. I'm Dr. Karen Roberts, and at Cornerstone Dental, our team of dental professionals works seamlessly to provide you with the most comprehensive and customized dental care you've ever had. Come see us at 279 East Colorado Street in LaGrange or call us at 979-968-9451. We look forward to putting our team to work for you. Speaking of a great team, all of us at Cornerstone Dental wish the best of luck to the LaGrange Leopards in tonight's football game. Let's do this, boys. Go Leps!
All right, welcome back to Madisonville. Mustang timeout. They have third down and 21. They tacked on a touchdown in their first possession of the quarter, a 46-yard run. The Leopards picked up a first down and then punted it away. All right, back to throw is Campbell. And throws one up for grabs. Boy, he had a guy running free, and he couldn't keep the ball in bounds. Tried to get it to Kyrus Ford, or Watley, rather, excuse me. And that was a walk-in touchdown if the ball's in bounds when he throws it.
It just didn't go Madisonville's way on this drive, but, hey, LaGrange could use a break right now. They've been kind of sputtering on defense the last three drives. And so now LaGrange sends two men back to receive this punt. And, again, we'll take that extra play right there.
Cade Campbell is the punter. Good snap. High wobbly kick. Taken at the 35 of LaGrange and back up the other way with some room to run. It's Trey Broussard that gets it inside the 40-yard line of Madisonville. Then they stand him up, and then they just run him out of bounds. It'll fall on him. And almost a little too much extracurricular activity, but a good return, though, by Broussard. So 26 yards, and the Leopards have it inside Madisonville territory. Line of scrimmage to 38.
Range first and 10 from the Mustangs 38-yard line.
6:44 to go in the third. It's still a one-score game. 23-15. All right, Eli Gillum out of the shotgun. He'll give it to Mahawka trying to go right, cuts it up, and they are all over that play. He got it back to the line of scrimmage. He might have got a yard out of it, maybe.
Not much for Mahawka there. Couldn't go.
All right, second down play. They give it to Mahawka off the right tackle, gets it inside the 35, and then they shove him back, and they'll give him the 33-yard line. So he got 4 on that play, and now we got another third down here, and about 5. Far hash mark. Gillum play action across the middle. Oh, he had a man open across the middle and just missed him. Cones Zabronic was open in that zone, and I don't know if he slowed down and he was supposed to go across, or that Zabronic just threw it too far out in front of him.
Yeah, Zabronic couldn't reach that one. That was about 3 feet away from him there, and Gillum just looked a little excited.
All right, fourth down. The Leopards are going. Gillum running right side inside the 30, and he got the first down on that quick snap, and it kind of caught Madisonville off guard.
Yeah, he fumbled the snap, so it was a low snap to Gillum. He was in the shotgun there, and the ball never really made it to him, and so he picked it up and just ran to the right side, got the first down.
And they planned it that way. All right, at the 25 of Madisonville. Handoff, Matoka coming left, cuts it up inside, got 3 or 4 yards again, and Leopards are kind of just methodically moving it down the field here.
Yeah, this is what you want to see from LaGrange. 3-4 yard carries right now. Keep the clock moving and gain you some positive yards.
5:35 to go in the quarter. And what do we got? Too many guys in motion?
No, we had somebody getting
jumped
up.
Okay.
And I don't have 56 on the roster, but right tackle picked up and he got set and then he picked up. So that's going to be on us. That was clear from the moon.
It takes it back outside the 25, makes it second down now and 11 when you had 2nd and 6.
Dang, that was in a good spot for LaGrange.
All right, 2 receivers out right, 1 to the near side. Gillum will play action, rolling right, tucks it and runs, has the 25 and gets it down near the 21-yard line, and it brings up another 3rd down for the Leopards.
Yeah, you're in 4-down territory right now for LaGrange. You've really got a few options here. They can really go back to the air. They can go to the air here. Gillum's been pretty effective with his feet so far.
They need the 15. Gillum to throw across the middle. That time it's caught. Completed to Zabronic inside the 10, and then there's 3 or 4 blue jerseys waiting for him, but a big 3rd down conversion. That play was wide open a while ago, and they went back to it.
They've been trying to set that up, and what it is, it's a handoff play designed, but it's a quick throw, so it's like a zone read.
LaGrange has it at the 7-yard line, 1st and goal. Handoff to Mahawka going right, and he's in for the touchdown. Well, a good drive for LaGrange. He got the short field and took advantage of it. And now you go for 2 to tie, I would assume here.
Coach is sending out the 2-point conversion team.
Big answer for the Leopards here. All right, they go 3 receivers here to the left, 1 out right. Mahawka, the running back, next to Gillum. Now they put him in motion out this way. A lot of movement. Gillum across the middle, and the ball is a little bit behind Zabronic on that quick slant, and it's incomplete. And the Mustangs hang on to a 2-point lead with 4:43 to go in the 3rd. It's Madisonville 23, LaGrange 21. We'll be back. Got a good ball game going here in 60 seconds.
Look at you, having it together. You've got a car. You have a house. Now get your car and house insured together with a State Farm agent. A local agent can help you customize your coverage and save when you bundle your home and auto insurance.
Call Adam Check State Farm Insurance, 968-3600.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability, amount of discount, savings, and eligibility may vary.
At Fayetteville Bank, we're more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors. With personalized service, competitive rates, and local expertise, we're here to help you reach your financial goals. Whether it's a home loan, business support, or everyday banking, we've got you covered. Fayetteville Bank, where relationships matter. Visit us today in Fayetteville, LaGrange, or Schulenburg and experience banking with a personal touch. Trust local, bank local. Fayetteville Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
All right, 23-21 here at Madisonville. The Leopards back to within 2. After Madisonville had scored 3 straight touchdowns, and the Leopards hanging back in. Here's a little pooch kick. It hits at the 36-yard line, taken there by Campbell. Breaks out of the ice, giving ground back inside the 30, and the Leopards get him down near the 28. So good coverage by the LaGrange kick unit there. And Madisonville will have it at the 28-yard line, now up by 2. That was a 9-play drive that only covered 38 yards. 7-yard touchdown run for Clayton Mahawka. They went for 2 to tie, and the 2-point try was no good. So it's 23-21. All right, Cade Campbell comes back. Will take the snap out of the shotgun. He has Simpson to his left. There goes Watley in motion. They fake it to him and give it to Simpson. Up the middle, breaks free. Down the center. Oh, he's got one man to beat, and then he's brought down by Graham Ewens inside the 40-yard line. We got a flag there. I bet that's going to be a face mask or a horse collar, but there's a flag back here at the 35 of Madisonville. So if you're LaGrange, you hope they offset here.
There are 2 penalties on the play.
But if you're Graham Ewens there, you do whatever you can to get the guy down there who was off to the races. Now, surely this flag back here at the 35 is going to be on Madisonville. In the spot where somebody grabbed somebody. So we got a hold there on Madisonville. And we got a personal foul for a horse collar tackle against LaGrange, and that should be offsetting penalty.
Holding on the Mustangs, first penalty. Second penalty is horse collar at the end of the play. So this will reset to first down from the 28.
There you go.
Offsetting penalties. And
the best time to commit a penalty is when the other team does.
The other team does too. That's right. So it's still 1st and 10 with the offsetting penalty. The ball back at the original line of scrimmage at the 28. This third quarter is taking a while. 4:20 to go. They'll give it to Simpson up the middle, and not much there, maybe 2 yards, but he's still not going down very easily. And they'll actually give him forward progress out to the 32-yard line. That was a hard 4-yard run there.
Yeah, it looked like he was stopped already, and then he kept on churning his feet. Nobody blew the whistle, and so they gave him those extra yards.
So it's 2nd and 6 at the Madisonville 32, as we're under 4 minutes left in the third, in a 2-point game, 23-21 for Madisonville. They've got Watley in the slot to the left. They got 3 receivers in this formation. Campbell to throw, deep ball, one-on-one. It's up for grabs and knocked away by the Leopards. They tried to get it to Watley, but good coverage for LaGrange by Dewadney Thompson, and knocked it away, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's really the first ball. They went deep downfield, and Thompson was pretty much with him every step of the way. Great coverage, no flag, and a very manageable third down defensive play for LaGrange.
Right, the Mustangs still need 6 yards. They're at their 32. Clock stopped on the incompletion at 3:28 left. Kate Campbell has taken pretty much all of the snaps here in the third quarter. They put Watley in motion, faked his jet sweep to him. The quarterback is going left, and down he goes, and the ball came out inside the 30. And the Leopards think they have it. They haven't indicated anything.
Well, LaGrange came up with it. But they may say he was already down. No,
it's
about time.
Leopards ball at the 27-yard line.
I mean, everybody just casually walked up to the line. No one really knew. And, I want to say Dewadney Thompson was the one that kind of punched it out. And LaGrange comes up big with that penalty right there. It's 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And you really want to put some points on the board this time.
I'm a little surprised at Madisonville there. So they didn't give it to one of their speed guys, and the quarterback tried it, and it blew up in their face. Now LaGrange with a chance to get the lead here. 27-yard line. Thompson setting back over to the right side in the slot. It's the narrow. Gillum back. Still looking. Fires one down the sideline. Man open. Caught. Touchdown. Dewadney Thompson.
Wide open in the corner of the end
that
zone.
was good. And Gillum was very patient there, waiting for him to break, get clear down the sideline, as the Leopards have stormed back to take the lead.
Yeah, he had some speed there. Got some separation. Stayed in the corner of the end zone there. Wide open for the score. LaGrange setting up now for the extra point.
Turnover into points in one play. There's 2 touchdowns for the Leopards in the last minute and 30 seconds. Aaron Torres for the extra point. This is the kick is up, and it is good.
There you go.
3:11 to go in the third. The Leopards 28, the Mustangs 23. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
When it comes to looking for the highest standard of HVAC service and care, turn to Reader's Air Conditioning and Heating, your local Lennox Premier dealer. The Premier dealer status means you are certain to be working with a company who has the highest level of training, professionalism, and customer satisfaction. Call Readers today at 968-5277 or visit them online at readersac.com to learn more. License number is TACLB 10227C. Reader's Air Conditioning and Heating, proud to be a part of today's broadcast.
Ultimate Rehab is your locally owned physical therapy clinic passionate about providing exceptional care for all ages, serving Fayette and surrounding counties for the past 36 years. Their focus is to address your personal needs to improve your health and well-being. They don't just treat the symptoms, they treat the whole person to get you back to the life you love, providing physical therapy, fitness, wellness, maintenance therapy, and pain management. Specialized services, orthopedic, neurologic, geriatric, vestibular, cardiopulmonary, manual therapy, fall prevention, dry needling, and pain reduction. Ultimate Rehab. It's all about you. Your health is their priority. Owners Gil Henderson, PT, Elena Petzel, PT, DPT, and Mindy Markwart, PTA, are proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, wishing the LaGrange Leopards the best of luck in tonight's game.
All right, boy, this things have changed here in the last minute and 30 seconds. 2 scores for the Leopards. They get the touchdown run by Mahalka. Then on the Mustangs turned the ball over. The Leopards get it at the 27, and David wasted no time, went for the touchdown throw, and it goes Gillum to Thompson. And now LaGrange is leading by 5 points all of a sudden.
Yeah, again, game of momentum so far here in the third quarter. LaGrange capitalizing on some of Madisonville's woes. And, you know, that happened earlier in the second quarter, but then Madisonville came back quickly and scored. So
the Mustangs have it at their 29 now. They hand it off to
there you go.
Big hole up the middle. This is going to be a touchdown, and the lead is going to change here on the first play on that trap play right up the gut. I don't think anybody touched him.
Nothing special there. No misdirection, no jet sweep, no zone read. Just a trap right over the middle. And, I mean, there was a hole there that was just monumental.
Yeah. So much for having the lead for 12 seconds, 13, whatever it was. Unofficially, that's a 70-yarder. I think I would just give him the ball every play.
Yep.
Here's the extra point attempt up by Ward, and it is good. So with 2:58, we still have a whole quarter to go yet. It is now 30 for Madisonville. The Leopards 28, and the Leopards led all of 13 seconds. And the kickoff coming up right after this.
Brawley Dental Clinic is dedicated to making your smile beautiful and healthy again. With their state-of-the-art facility, they offer everything from expert diagnostics to complete restorations. Brawley Dental Clinic has comprehensive services in dentistry that meet all of your dental needs, providing full-service dental care with excellent treatment options. Contact Brawley Dental Clinic today to make an appointment at 968-5813, located at 110 North Washington Street, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5.
Heard the news? Ants are hosting a block party under your sink, and roaches want in on the guest list. Time to kick those party crashers out. Call Double C Pest Control. They're LaGrange locals, here to keep your space pest-free and your snacks all to yourself. Call Double C at 979-310-4831 for a free inspection. Double C Pest Control, stopping pests before they RSVP. Visit their website at doublecpestcontrol.com to learn more.
All right, here's the pooch kick taken by the Leopards on the far side. Howard Holmes taking that short kick at the 37-yard line, and this has been back all of a sudden now. This game has turned into a shootout here in the last. We've had 3 touchdowns in the last minute and 45 seconds. The Leopards led all of 13 seconds. First play from scrimmage after the LaGrange score. Jaden Simpson, another big run, a 70-yarder untouched. He has 2 touchdown runs tonight of over 60 yards. And Madisonville back on top now by 2. LaGrange has it at the 30. They're 38. And on the first down play, nothing doing going right as Eli Gillum on the quarterback keeper ran into a lot of trouble over there and got drugged down for a loss by Savontra Lee. And that's a loss.
Yeah, Gillum was trying to run a zone read there, and Madisonville was all over that.
So it's second down at the 35-yard line, and the quick swing pass out into the flat, and then may get it back to the original line of scrimmage on the reception there for LaGrange.
That was Travis Hill tied in there. And I think they'll give him back the yards that we lost.
So the line of scrimmage to LaGrange 37. A pass caught at the 50-yard line to Wadney Thompson, wide open in that zone, and that's a first down.
Yeah, they were looking to go downfield, kind of the same play that they scored on, except on this case they also brought Wadney Thompson down the field.
First down at the 45. Handoff to Dylan Johnson going right. He's got the 40, inside the 35, and another first down off tackle. And the Leopards are moving the ball here.
Yeah, they're not wasting any time. They're making big plays on the right side of the field right now, moving the chains on that first down.
14 yards in the first down to the 31-yard line already. And we get a stoppage to play here as a flag flies.
I don't know what they're going to do there, if they're going to get a false start, but, you know, everybody was set, but there was still some movement. I think somebody's feet was getting reset after the ball was, or after their hand was down on the ground. So anyway, that's going to be a 5-yard penalty for LaGrange. And they stay in the same formation.
Line of scrimmage to 36 now. Hand off to Dylan Johnson. Stutter steps around the right side and gets some of the penalty yardage back down inside the 35. So the Leopards now with second down and 12. Play action again. Gillum across the middle, and he missed the Bronick on that same play. That's basically about the same pattern they've tried 2 or 3 times, and that time it was open but just too high.
Yeah, that one, he kind of skied that one over Zabronic. Again, Zabronic's been open on several of these throws. It's just none of them have been catchable for him.
All right, third down and 12 for the left. The clock stopped. There's still 1:09 to go in the third quarter, folks. It's the third quarter. And we're sitting at 10 minutes of 10. All right, third down, 12. Gillum back to throw, across the middle, and in the double coverage, and he overshot Grant Ewens, and good thing he did because there was 2 blue jerseys there. A little bit of a throwback, I guess, down the field and incomplete. Now fourth down.
Yeah, Gillum there trying to, find somebody to get it to, and it looked like it was a design play to him, but unfortunately, Ewens was, or Kleiber, was double covered, and so there wasn't really much he could do.
All right, fourth and 12, play clock, plenty of time for the Leopards here. The game clock stopped at 1:03. Gillum back to throw, across the middle, and it's too high, and that one's picked off at the 12-yard line by Watley, trying to get to the near sideline, but the Leopards pin him in, and they run him out of bounds. But theoretically on fourth down, that was almost like a punt, but he almost brought it back, though, out near the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Gillum was struggling on that drive. He just every one of his throws seemed rushed. And so it was only really a matter of time before probably one of them got intercepted on that drive. And I think he was just a little antsy there to try to get the ball out. And when he did, it just went too far out of the wide receiver's grip. Again, had guys open. It's just the passes aren't making much contact right there with the wide receiver.
So Watley picks it off near the 10 and brings it back out to the 23 with still 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Cade Campbell will take the snap. Watley in motion on the jet sweep. They give it to him, but the Leopards are all over this one, and they throw him for a loss back inside the 20-yard line. Good play coming up, Trey Broussard.
Yeah, Broussard did a good job there flying across the field. They're going to, that was about a 4-yard loss. That was a good play by the defense.
All right, second and 14. There's 25 seconds on the game clock. The play clock and the game clock are about a second different here. So to avoid a penalty, they do have to snap it before the end of the quarter. Second down and 14. Campbell will give it to Simpson up the middle. That's the one that scares you, but he got it.
I think I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Out over the 20, they Good play by the Leopard defense there. He picked up 3 yards, and a lot of white jerseys getting up off the ground, including Christian Biles. Simpson picks up about 3 there, and that will do it for an eventful third quarter. 4 touchdowns in the quarter. It was a 1-point game at the half. We go to the fourth quarter. Madisonville up by 2 at 30-28. We'll be back here to Madisonville in 60 seconds.
Don't be left out on a limb because of poor tree trimming or pruning. Contact the experts at CTL Tree Service in LaGrange. Call Jimmy Dwiggins at 979-732-7237 or Brandon Dwiggins at 979-966-9504. Tree trimming or pruning is crucial. CTL Tree Service knows which limbs should be removed to maximize the health and appearance of the tree. They use the lightweight Blue Lift tracked aerial lift, which allows easy access to gates and tight spaces without damaging lawns or property. Their services range from pest management to tree removal. CTL Tree Service is insured for liability resulting from injury to persons or property, and all employees are covered by workman's compensation. Proper tree trimming or pruning is not a do-it-yourself job. Call the pros, CTL Tree Service. Jimmy Dwiggins, 732-7237, or Brandon Dwiggins at 966-9504.
All righty, fourth quarter. Stay with us here. It's going to be a late one, but we've had a lot of interesting things happening in this game tonight. Madisonville has third down and 11 at their 22-yard line. Full receiver set. Campbell back to throw under pressure, and he wants to run, and he's got room, and he's going to get a first down, 30, 35, all the way into Leopard territory. Actually, that wasn't Campbell. That was Garrett Kovar.
There's 2 flags on the play. Both happened across the 50. Looks like it's going to go holding on Madisonville. But they already got the first. So if they're going to do anything, it's going to be probably from that 40, the LaGrange 45.
Yeah, that was Cade Campbell on the carry.
So they do get the first down, but the holding call does move them back about 10 yards.
So the ball will be at the Madisonville 45-yard line, but like David said, they had yardage for the first down before the penalty occurred, well down the field.
After the holding call, Mustangs first and 10 from the home 45-yard line.
So first down for Madisonville at the 45. And a handoff again right up to gut. They're having a real hard time keeping when Jaden Simpson gets the ball between the tackles. That's where he's getting all of his yards tonight, and he just took tacklers with him. That's going to be another 16 or 17-yard gain if they were put at the 40-yard line. So that'll be a 15-yarder again for a first down. This possession started at their 23. They're now at the Leopard 40. Up by 2 early in the fourth quarter. They'll hand it to Simpson up the middle again. This time the Leopards do a good job of stopping him, only a yard there.
Christian Biles on the tackle for LaGrange.
There's also a number 57 that is not.
Yeah, I don't have
sheet.
him. He was on a couple tackles earlier tonight, but do not have him.
1 yard down to the 39 of the Leopards. It's going to be second down and 9. Three-man down lineman for LaGrange. Comes Watley in motion. They fake it, give it to Simpson. Right tackle. There he goes again, right in between the tackles, and he walks in for the touchdown.
Jaden Simpson on
from 39 yards out. And, boy, he gets through the hole and made one cut, and I don't think anybody touched him that time.
Nope. Yeah, again, LaGrange was in position there, but just could not get a hand on him. I mean, that when there's a hole there for Madisonville and they're able to execute through it, it's all she wrote after that.
And they do have some good-sized offensive linemen who are obviously opening some big holes in between the tackles for him. It's another big run for him, too. That one went for 39 yards, and they opened up the lead. They tried the two-point try, and they give it. Simpson on the two-point try carries it in, and that makes it now a 10-point ball game here with 10 minutes to go in the game. 10-14 left. Madisonville 38, the Leopards 28. We'll be back at the kickoff in 60 seconds.
For over 80 years now, the Cavender Auto family has kept Texans on the road, and today's no different. With one click to CavenderAutoCountry.com, shop 4 Cavender dealerships, including Cavender Ford, Cavender Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, and Cavender Polaris in Columbus, and Cavender Chevrolet Buick GMC in Weimar. One click, 4 dealerships at CavenderAutoCountry.com, making confidence happen right here at home.
R&B Truck and Auto at the intersection of FM 609 and Business 71 West in LaGrange is known for its work on big trucks, RVs, and even buses. But they're also experts when it comes to repairing domestic or foreign cars and pickup trucks. R&B has a well-equipped shop with ASE certified technicians. They strive to provide the highest quality repair work. R&B Truck and Auto, their number one goal is to satisfy their customers. Fix it right the first time. So when you need work on your car or pickup, call R&B Truck and Auto at 968-5190. Open Monday through Friday.
KBUK 104.9 LaGrange.
Welcome back to Madisonville. This back-and-forth game now is back in the favor of Madisonville. They've picked up 2 touchdowns to take a 10-point lead again. There's the kickoff, rolling back near the 11. LaGrange with a little throwback here to the near side on the kick. They get it back here to I guess that might be Broussard. And Madisonville is too fast. They got back across the field, and LaGrange only got the ball out to the 18-yard line on that throwback on the lateral on the kickoff return.
Yeah, and that was Eli Gillum there on the throw cross field. So came out on with the kick team. And again, LaGrange has got some time, but they do have to score. So they will have to get this one in the end zone somehow.
Simpson with his third touchdown run. This one 39 yards. That was 6 plays and 76 yards. Did it quickly, but the key thing is now, again, they're up by 10 points. They went for 2. All right, the ball is on the ground, picked up by Mahalka. He's in trouble, and down he goes inside the 10 on that first down play.
Yeah, low snap there again for LaGrange. Gillum couldn't get a hand on it. Mahalka grabbed it and ran, but looks like the damage was already done. About 5-yard loss.
So the Leopards back at the 13. This could get away from him. Here's a bootleg rolling left as Gillum fires one deep down the sideline, and he overthrows everybody. The receiver had more or less checked it in or stopped it inside the 40, and the ball went clearly past him. Luckily, nobody there for Madisonville to pick it off. And it's second down now and about 14 for the first down with 9:32 left in the game. And the Leopards don't waste any time. They're at it again. Gillum will play action. Fires one across. That ball is caught by DeWatney. Tops it and breaks the tackle, and there he goes. He's going to take it to flag. And
I don't know how or why, but it's got to be against Madisonville. The flag over here on the line, Judge.
Thompson hauled that ball in at the 45-yard line and slipped the tackle, and then there wasn't anybody behind him, and he went the distance. As it stands right now, that's going to be a 87-yard touchdown play, and I guess there was no flag because the Leopards are lining up for 2.
Either that or it was a sideline warning.
87 yards on the play, and the Leopards are back in the ball game. We still got over 9 minutes to go. But he broke a tackle, and after that, nobody was going to catch him. Sideline warning was the call. You were right.
I pay attention.
Good.
That's the first thing I look for when I see a touchdown. I'm like, where are all the referees?
Yeah, you see that in college a lot with the sideline warnings, too. Of course, I know why they do that, because the referees are running down the line there, and they get taken out once in a while. All right, the extra point from Aaron Torres. Wade Brothers, the holder. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So we're back to within a 3-point game again. The Leopards aren't giving in easily here on the road. It's 38-35, and we still got 9:18 to go. It may be another 4 touchdowns the way this thing is going. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the kickoff.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Hey, don't you work at National Bank and Trust?
I sure do. Just grabbing dinner like everyone else.
I always see you at the branch, and now in the cereal aisle.
We're your neighbors. That's what being local means. We've been here since 1888. Still independent, still your bank.
Well, thanks for being a part of our lives. You guys really are here for good.
I'm here for you. Thanks for trusting us.
National Bank and Trust. Local, trusted, since 1888. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to Madisonville. Back to a one-score game. It's 38-35 Madisonville. The Leopards, 87-yard touchdown pass from Gillum to Thompson. Here's the kick. Fair catch call for by the return guy over there. Kedrick Moffitt. He dropped it but then picked it up, and that ended the play. 2 plays. Here's one of the weird deals. It's an 87-yard touchdown pass, but the drive was only good for 82 yards because LaGrange lost yardage on the first play.
Got a few more finals tonight that just popped in. It's El Campo, a big winner tonight over Beeville, 45-7. So again, El Campo final there, 45-7. It was Lavernia all over Port Lavaca tonight, 38-3. Again, Lavernia 38, Port Lavaca 3. And then Brenham tonight, a big winner in Waco, 48-0.
All right, Madisonville takes over at the 26. Here comes the wide receiver Ford around the left side on another jet sweep, and a good tackle by the Leopards. Christian Biles only got 3 yards out of the play, but boy, that was a pretty good
Gary, if he didn't make that tackle, that would have been 6. I mean, that was wide open on this side of the field. So good job there for Christian Biles to come up. And again, Christian plays backside end. He had to come around. He had to go around his tackle, come down the line to make that shoestring tackle there.
All right, couple of yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 8. The ball is at the 28-yard line of Madisonville. Crossbuck action in the back to give it to Simpson. Gets through the line, dragging tacklers all the way out. Now the ball came out.
I think
LaGrange into LaGrange's territory. Still a scramble.
We got it.
The Leopard bench thinks they have it. And they do. That was a scrum. The ball rolled about 20 yards. And both teams had a shot. Simpson fumbled it back near the 40-yard line, and it rolled all the way into Leopard territory.
Yeah, LaGrange came up big there. Again, I don't know what happened. You know, credit to Madisonville. There was like a 2nd and 3rd effort keeping that ball going. And then out of nowhere, somebody from LaGrange punched it out. And LaGrange gets a big turnover there with 8 minutes left to go.
The ball at the 46-yard line.
We got a scoring update in Sealy. It's right now in the fourth quarter, about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. It's Belleville 35, Sealy 13.
35
to 13.
All right, first down play at the 46. Handoff to Mahalka. Good hole in the Madisonville territory down to the 47-yard line. 7 yards on first down.
Also, big score tonight in Caldwell. Fourth quarter, Caldwell 44, getting 14.
All right, Leopards on second down. They come out here to the right side. Gillum on the quarterback keeper. They get him down inside the 40, but that's another first down. And Leopards are moving the ball.
Yeah, Gillum had a little bit of a zone read there. He pulled it back out from Dylan Johnson, and then it was able to get the first down on the block.
Well, they're going quick, too. 38-yard line, first down. Dylan Johnson going left. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage, and a good open field one-on-one tackle there by Madisonville's guy. That would have been Malachi Kobar. So the ball, basically no gain. It's going to be second down at the 38. Play action, Gillum look. Oh, he's got some room. Now he tucks it and runs. 35-30, gets tripped up shy of the first down, but a good pickup on the quarterback keeper by Eli Gillum. 8 yards. Four down territory here. It is third down and less than 2. Clock at 7 minutes. Up the middle, Dylan Johnson breaks outside. He's got the 20.
Oh, man.
God dang it. Breaks outside after he has the first down, and the flag comes down.
Flag on the play.
It's going to cost the Leopards a first down. They'll take the ball back, I guess, close to the 40-yard line.
Block in the back against LaGrange.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. Really hard to see who was the culprit for LaGrange there, but we're going to lose 10 yards and replay third down.
Okay, so the Leopards still within first down striking distance. They need 6 yards after the flag. Play action, Gillum to throw under pressure. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down back at the 40. That fell apart quickly on him there.
Quarterback getting sacked by number 56 for the Mustangs, Dylan Covington.
To mark it at the 39.
Brings up fourth down.
Yep. Leopards are going to go. Boy, this is looking very promising. Now all of a sudden you got that penalty really hurt. It's 4th and 11. We're coming up on the midway point of the fourth quarter. The Leopards are down by 3. Gillum near side. He's got Thompson open at the 25 to the 20, and he's got a first down.
Yeah, Madisonville there played zone coverage, and Dewadney Thompson just kind of found a corner for them here. He stuck it in there and first down.
All right, Leopards on first down. Johnson over the left side, not much. Maybe a couple down to the 18-yard line.
On the carry for LaGrange.
It's going to be second down and about 8. 5:44 to go. The clock momentarily stopped. Whatever reason. That's okay. That helps the Leopards.
Yeah, I have no idea. The game clock stopped, but the play clock is going. There, now it's running.
All right. Should be second down and 9 or 8. And there's a bad Aaron snap. It gets away. Going back to pick it up is Mahaka. He's back at the 30, and down he goes. And that went awry quickly. That's a big loss. So back to the 28-yard line. That's a 10-yard loss there when you didn't need it.
And what I don't know if that was a direct snap to Mahalka or if that was just a botched fumble there for Gillum.
It was almost like, well, maybe they weren't even, neither one of them like they were ready for the snap either. So it's third down and long. The Leopards have to get it to the 10-yard line for a first down. Remember, a field goal ties the game, so put that in your back pocket here. And now we got all kind of movement again. and another 5 yards, and this is really hurting here. Leopards were in good possible field goal range down at the 18-yard line, and now we're back at the 32. 4:53 to go in the game, at least in regulation anyway. Leopards are down 3 points, 38-35. Get about 10 or 12, or you might have a shot at a long field goal, maybe. Third down and long. There goes Mahawk in motion to the left. Gillum empty backfield. Across the middle, he's got Zabrani caught inside the 20. It's short of the first down, but at least that gives you a chance here on fourth down or maybe a field goal.
And coach is going to bring the kicking unit on.
It's a 14-yard gain. And it's going to be 4th and 8.
I like Torres to kick, but Madisonville's got guys on the corners that are quick. And so Torres won't be having too much time back there.
This is a 46-yard attempt, a 36-yard attempt, rather, far hash mark. Kick is up, a line drive, and it is off to the left. He pulled it just a little bit. And the Mustangs hang on to their 3-point lead. You had to. I think that was the only play there. It's 4th and 10.
Yeah, 11. The only thing I don't like about that is your kicker was all the way on the other side of the field warming up, and when they call for the when they call for the field goal, he's got to sprint 80 yards across field to get in position.
So
to
maybe
kick
a
that.
timeout.
I would have taken a timeout. Like I saw him over there warming up, and I don't think it was a very last-minute call from Coach Cooper. But, yeah, I mean, Torres has to run all the way across the field. Doesn't get a chance to catch his breath. I would have probably taken time.
So Madisonville gets the ball at the 20 on the missed field goal that goes to the touchback. They'll hand it off to Simpson, right side, and there he goes again, and that may be the seal. I don't think anybody touched him off tackle there. This is going to be an 80-yard run.
Unbelievable.
Man. So you miss a field goal to tie, and they go 80 yards on the next play. And Simpson tonight has 4 touchdown runs. So he goes, that'll get him back to a double-digit lead. LaGrange has a player down back here at the 36-yard line. That was like a cramp issue.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cramp.
Then it goes from a chance to tie. Now you're down by 2 scores in a matter of seconds. They'll try the extra point with Ward.
Extra point by Ensign Ward.
Just to make it a 10-point game. Kick is up, and it is good. So at 3:35 to go, we were within seconds of tying it. Now we're back down by 10 again. It is 45-35. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
LaGrange Tire Incorporated will get you rolling on a new set of reliable tires. They carry great brands like Goodyear, Dunlop, and Kelly, guaranteed to get your family around safely. And not only is LaGrange Tire your one-stop for tires, it's also your one-stop for major auto repairs, brake jobs, and roadside service. Just call 968-3467. They'll take good care of you. LaGrange Tire Incorporated at 547 East Travis in LaGrange. They're proud to be a part of tonight's broadcast. The law office of Mary Gunn at 240 East Colorado is a huge supporter of the LaGrange Leopard football team, with a special shout-out to senior defensive lineman and tight end number 0, Oliver Gunn. The office is also happy to be a part of tonight's broadcast. And if you're in need of legal service, contact the Law Office of Mary Gunn, 979-968-6365. Again, that's 968-6365. The office located at 240 East Colorado.
All right, welcome back to Madisonville. Well, this game, he's talking about things happening in a hurry here. Leopards missed a field goal to tie. First down play. Simpson goes 80 yards, and we're back to a 10-point game. Now, this kid has racked up some rushing yards tonight, Jaden Simpson. Just on the 4 touchdown runs, he has 253 yards rushing, and that's just for the touchdowns. 64, 70, 39, and 80. Madisonville got delay of the game on the kickoff against Madisonville. Will put the ball back at the 35. I will have our Whataburger water play of the game coming up here in just a second. As soon as Anson Ward kicks here. End over end and deep. Off the hands of Broussard, picks it up at the 5. There's a block in the back against the Bronick. He got away with one there, and they get it out over the 20. They could have very easily called it on Zabronic back near the 15-yard line, and they didn't. So the ball will be at the Leopard 23-yard line, it looks like. All right, what do you think on the Whataburger play tonight? A lot of crazy plays. I mean, we had a Leopards scored 2 on a save. I think, right now I go with the 87-yard touchdown pass from Gillum to Thompson. That would be mine. All right, quick pass, and there's Dewadney again out over the 35-yard line, and he makes that catch a little bit short of the.
Yeah, he made a good pass, made a good catch. He got off 2 tackles and kept his feet going, kept playing hard. I like it.
Got 9 on the play. So that Gillum to Dewadney Thompson, 87-yard touchdown pass here in this quarter, cut it back to a 3-point game. All right, here's Gillum on the run. There is a flag down, and Gillum gets it out over the 35, and it's going to be they're going to bring it back. It's on.
Well, I don't know. Madisonville's coaches could have been. They're throwing a fit right there. It might be offsides on Madisonville, too.
That would be nice. Something go with LaGrange's favor with the flags. LaGrange is up at the line of illegal shift.
Well, man, it sure looked like it was going to be on Madisonville because their coaches were throwing a fit on the sideline.
Yeah, so that's going to take the ball back to the 27-yard line. All right, so Eli Gillum to Dewadney Thompson. The 87-yard touchdown pass is our Whataburger water play of the game. Pick up the Bacon Wrangler double and a water freezer drink. And remember, Whataburger drive-thru open 24 hours all night tonight. Gillum to throw under big pressure. Floats it out to the near side and just threw it away. That was pretty heads-up play on his part. Zabronic was over here, but he was running for his life, and this airmailed it to get rid of it, and it's incomplete. 2:55 left. We're not going to be out of here by 10:30 tonight, folks. Third down, Gillum bootlegging here to the right, looking for somebody, and floats it out here. There's nobody open on that pass. Tried to get it to Thompson, but the throw was out of bounds up near the 40. And it'll be incomplete.
Yeah, LaGrange right now is giving up pressure on the end, and we don't have a tight end helping or a running back chipping. So you're really leaving your 4 or your 5 offensive linemen to block your 4 D linemen, and the ends are winning right now.
All right, the Leopards are go on 4th down, and we get another flag. Boy, they're coming out pretty regular here. It's 4th down and about 6. The umpire threw that flag. and another false start on LaGrange.
False start. Once again.
And that's probably another reason why we're working on 3 hours here tonight. Plus, not to mention we've had, 70, 80 points? All right, Gillum to throw. Empty backfield. He's in trouble. They blitz. Now he breaks free. He's up to the 35. And out. He's got a first down, and he's taking some guys with him up to the 40, and then the rugby scrum starts. But it's a good quarterback run for Eli Gillum to keep the ball.
That'll be enough for LaGrange first down.
About 16 yards on that play. A quick touchdown pass, onside kick. You never know. Clock running here at 2:30 to go. LaGrange does have all 3 of their timeouts. They got 3 receivers out left. Gillum play action under pressure. He's in trouble, gets it out, and here comes another flag.
Why not?
That umpire's just having fun.
I don't really think these guys got anything better to do.
You watch some of those NFL games now, it's just one flag after another. And another holding call. Magnolia beat Klein Forest tonight 50-6. All right, Gillum to throw, looking for somebody. Has a man up at the 38-yard line, but it's going to be well short on that first down play there. He got it to Wadney Thompson, and he got wrestled to the ground by Lorenzo Childress.
Eli Gillum there, slow to get up, but does. And
that pass play was
timeout on
for
the
7
field.
yards.
They're going to give their offense some time to break. So, yeah, we got the big touchdown play for the Whataburger Water play of the game.
Yep.
87 yards.
Leopards still have 2 timeouts. This is their timeout here with 2:03 to go.
We also got a scoring update, a final in Sealy. Belleville tonight a winner. They defeat Sealy 35-20. So that one is a final there.
Slot T was working in, and Sealy had been scoring a lot of points.
Also another final here in the district. Caldwell wins at home over Giddings 44-14.
Just when you think Sealy's the king of the hill, and they could put a loss on Belleville, and then Belleville beats them by 15, and the Brahmas come to LaGrange next week. And they'll probably hit their stride now that district started.
Yeah.
But of course, they lost to Salina. That doesn't count because Salina beats everybody early in the year. All right, 2nd down and 13. Gillum under duress again, rolling near side, just floats one out, and that's going to be picked off at the 48, and down the sideline goes Watley, and he lost the ball, and it's picked up. Now, that fumble went forward. Can that guy advance that? Watley intercepted it, brought it back inside the 20, and then he lost it, but it rolled toward the goal line, and they picked it up and advanced it. Can they do that?
I know you can't score, but
I didn't think you could. If the fumble goes forward in your favor, you cannot advance the pickup, I thought. That would be the old Oakland Raider deal, and I guess that would count on an interception. Did that happen way back here near the 15 or 16-yard line, and they picked it up and ran it down to the 4-yard line. And I guess that's illegal.
Well, now you've got Madisonville on top by 10. They've got 2 timeouts with about 1:45.
Yeah, they get the ball. They get the ball at the 4-yard line.
They're going to probably try to score here.
Go from the 4-yard line of LaGrange.
All right, Simpson's going to take the snap. He's going to just go right, and the Leopards cover him up after he got 2 or 3 yards, and there's a lot of blocking action going on in the end zone. Of course, that play about fumbling it toward the goal, and then maybe only if you're on offense. Maybe on the turnover, that may not come into play there. Minute and 31 to go. The Leopards are going to take a timeout here. This has been a rather physical game, too. With a minute and 31 to go, LaGrange will have one more timeout. So it's been a hard game to figure out. I mean, we've had just so many different things happen here tonight, from the 2-point return of a botched extra point attempt. We had a safety. We had a pick six. We've had long touchdown runs, especially by Simpson. And at times the Leopards tonight moved the ball pretty good.
Yeah, this was really a tough game to judge, to see how LaGrange was going to respond. You're glad to see that they did put some points on the board. But, man, as we'll talk about later, penalty.
Well, they cut it to 3 on the long touchdown pass, and then on the first down play they go 80 yards, and that just took the air out of the sail there. All right, stretch snap to Simpson. It just kind of picks his spot and walks it in from 2 yards out for the touchdown. That'll give him 5 tonight. With a minute and 27 to go, and all of a sudden this tight game is going to look like a blowout when everybody sees the score. It's 16 points, but again, this is set up on the interception and the run back. They get it deep in LaGrange's territory. Here's the extra point again. Is up and good by Ward, and with a minute and 27 to go, it is Mustangs up now by 17, 52-35, and LaGrange had it down to a 3-point lead, and that was like 6 minutes ago, whatever it was. So it's kind of gone the other way in a hurry, and I think the Leopards are also, they're exhausted. Yep. I mean, it's been a rough physical game. With 1:27 to go, and again, our score now is 52-35.
Ward to kick off for the Mustangs.
All right, Ward to kick once again. End over end coming to the near side. One of the Leopards called a fair catch, Chris Shupot. He didn't make the catch, but it's still, regardless of who catches it, the fair catch is in play, and Howard Holmes actually made the catch on that ball, and LaGrange will get the ball to 25, and we are in the waning moments of this one now, with a minute and 27 to go.
What time Longhorns tomorrow?
They got a 2:30.
How's that going to go?
I don't know. Unless they figured out a way to run the ball, I don't know. Or and protect the quarterback, I don't know. And is the Oklahoma guy playing tomorrow?
I have not heard them say if he was or wasn't. They're going to keep that one close to the vest.
One time I saw where he was considered questionable. Yeah. All right, here's Gillum to throw. He's going to run it. He'll get it out to the 30-yard line. He has taken a bit of a beating tonight, too. The gain of 5 out to the 30. Second down and 5. 4 receivers for the Leopards. Gillum will drop back to throw. He's got Thompson up at the 40, caught. That'll be a first down. It'll stop the clock till they move the chains. They've connected on several passes tonight, including that 87-yarder. Leopards going quickly here. We're under a minute. Gillum again to Thompson. That's caught at the 49. That'll be a gain of 9. And I think the Leopards,
they're going to take a timeout.
LaGrange took a timeout with 46 seconds left. And they go. See, maybe they can get another one in here possibly before the end of the ball game.
Yeah, so Longhorns, you said by 10?
No. I don't know. I think they'll play better. Oklahoma's got of course, they've always got a burr under their side. Texas has kind of beat up on them the last couple of years.
Oklahoma plays good until they don't. And then when they don't, they kind of lose it. And, you know, I think the thing that Texas has going into this game is at least momentum in this game from last year. And I think they've won, 2 or 3 years in a row now. So,
but Oklahoma's number 6. I don't know if they're the 6th best.
Yeah, I don't think they're the 6th best team either. For the same reason, I don't think Texas A&M is the 5th best
I've
team.
never seen the rankings. You win a game and you could jump 8 or 9 spots. That never happens. But it's a different deal nowadays. All right, 2nd down and a yard for the Leopards at their 49. Gillum to throw out. He'll keep it. He'll get it has a first down, breaks the tackle in midfield and gets it down to about the 44-yard line. He has had a good game tonight. He's taken some hits. The offense hasn't been bad tonight. It's just can't stop a guy that has 250 or more than 250 yards on 4 touchdown runs. Gillum back to throw, and he's in trouble, and down he goes back at the 49.
Yeah, he's just looking to try to see if he can get somebody downfield, and his two big out guys were just running deep into the end zone, and nobody was back to kind of be the comeback guy.
Probably the final play, 6 seconds to go. Gillum back to throw, and he's going to go down, and that's the ball game. Sacked at the 50, and that's it. Madisonville Mustangs put on a late push in a game that was very much in doubt earlier in this quarter with 9:18 to go, and then Mr. Simpson took over and puts up 2 touchdowns down the stretch, and they wind up winning the game by 17 points. It makes it look a lot worse than it really was. Boy, there's a lot of crazy plays, a lot of offense, and just way too much Jaden Simpson tonight here for the Madisonville Mustangs. 5 touchdowns for him tonight, and they win it 52-35. We'll take a quick break and come back, and we'll wrap it up here from Mustang Stadium.
The LaGrange, Giddings, and Flatonia Family Health Center is currently taking applications for a licensed vocational nurse and our medical assistant for their growing medical practice. The clinic's hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They offer PTO, HSA, and 401k. Applications are available online at lgtxhealth.com or stop by one of the locations, either in LaGrange at 1253 North Von Minden, Giddings 598 Cactus Street, or in Flatonia at 230 West North Main Street. The phone number is 968-8493. Dr. Karen Roberts and the entire staff of Cornerstone Dental in LaGrange would like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every member of the LaGrange High School graduating class of 2023. They also want to extend special recognition to graduate Eli Roberts. Cornerstone Dental also wishes all the graduates the best of luck in their future endeavors. Cornerstone Dental can be reached at 968-8608. The clinic is located at 279 East Colorado Street, and their website is ilovecornerstone.com.
Madisonville, and your final score once again, the Mustangs 52, the Leopards 35. And the Leopards again tonight had plenty of offense. It was just a matter of stopping the running game of Madisonville. And Simpson, he was the difference tonight. I mean, he basically, with them in the offensive line, you score 35 points, you feel pretty good, but you give up 52 because he had 5 touchdowns rushing by himself.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to win any game by giving up 52 points. So, again, a lot of things to look at. First half, LaGrange, kind of took care of business. They kept things real close. They didn't give up any big plays. They were really able to kind of stay pound for pound with Madisonville. Then you get to the second half. Again, first half is more the defensive game. Second half, it's the offensive game. Both offenses opened up more. You start to see bigger plays. You also start to see more mistakes, both on the offensive side and the special team side for LaGrange. Anything from botch snaps, which are all the way in district play. You had too many holdings and false starts. A lot of holding calls tonight for LaGrange. And when you factor in all those things together, your offense really can't keep a momentum going, and then you miss out on some good opportunities. We lost it on fourth down a few times, and again, you wanted to see how LaGrange would respond coming out from Navasota. They were able to come and put some points on the board. I do think if things kind of were retooled for this game, you could have kept it a little bit closer. I know the score shows a big lead for Madisonville, but LaGrange was with this one every step of the way, the entire game.
Yep. And again, the big night though for Jaden Simpson, the running back. He had 862 yards coming in. He scored 5 tonight. And again, the first 4 touchdown runs was 253 yards. That doesn't count for all the other carries. And then he had a short one there at the end. He scored on a 2-yard run, but 5 rushing touch. And every time the Leopards got to a point where they were within a score difference, he breaks one for a touchdown. And that happened after they had that long touchdown pass here in the fourth quarter when Gillum hit Thompson, turned out to be 87 yards. The Leopards cut it to a 3-point game. And then basically 13 or 14 seconds later, Simpson takes the first down play and goes 80 yards. And after that happened, that pretty much sealed the deal for them. And they just got tacked on after that. LaGrange that took the wind out of the sail, that 80-yard run, after they had come back to cut it to 3, and after that it was all she wrote. So the Leopards now dropped to 3-3, 0-1 in the district. Madisonville 4-2, 1-0, and now the Leopards get the great task of taking on the Belleville Brahmas at home next week after Belleville tonight knocked off number 4 ranked Sealy 35-20 to open up the district and that's Sealy's first loss of the year, incidentally. But Belleville's 2 losses. They played some good people. So they get beat. Belleville wins tonight, and then Caldwell runs away from Giddings 44-14. So a tough task coming up next week. You go from this different kind of offense, and next week we get to see the slot T. And that's always difficult to defend that, and that is a home game for LaGrange next week.
Yeah, especially giving up tonight the running plays with Madisonville. LaGrange have to retool a little bit. You might be out of a few players next week with some injuries that happened tonight, so we'll have to put a different defensive game plan for next week.
All righty, that's going to wrap it up here. A long night. This game went over 3 hours tonight here in Madisonville, which makes that drive back about 3.5. 52-35 was your final. We want to thank these fine sponsors: National Bank and Trust, LaGrange Tire Incorporated, the law offices of Mary Gunn, LaGrange Family Health Center, Cornerstone Dental, Adams Tech State Farm Insurance, Fayetteville Bank, Reader's Air Conditioning and Heating, Ultimate Rehab, Raleigh Dental Clinic, CTL Tree Service, Double C Pest Control, Cavender's Auto Country, and R&B Truck and Auto Service. Thank all those folks for being a part of it. Thank y'all for listening. Thanks to Mike Anders as always. And again, thanks to David Topher for joining me. And next week, we'll be at Lep Stadium, the Leps and the Brahmas, here at 7:30 here on KBUK next Friday night. That'll do it. Have a good evening, everybody.